West 11 Sports Media proudly presents Littlefield Wildcats football action here at West11sports.com. Welcome to tonight's play-by-play broadcast. Littlefield High School Sports is brought to you by the following Wildcat supporters: your Littlefield AIM Bank, John Rowley's Auto Center, The Prescription Shop and Gifts, the Lamb Healthcare Center, FiberMax Cotton, Brown Flying Service, the Littlefield ISD, Wellington State Bank, the Lamb County Electric Cooperative, Legacy of Love Hospice, Hillcrest Funeral Home, and by McIntyre DOT Safety Consultants. We will go live and direct to the stadium for tonight's play-by-play action right after these words from some of our Wildcat supporters.
It's all about you.
It is important that you succeed in your life, and it is important to put your trust in someone who understands the heart of our community. You are our neighbor and you are our friend. With over 90 years of being in the community, we have the knowledge, the strength, and the stability you can count on. Come by and see why hometown banking is the best banking for you. This is Elsa Rendon with AIM Bank.
AIM Bank, member FDIC.
It's all about
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Littlefield Wildcats football, the 2018 edition. I'm Cody West, and we are live tonight at Wildcat Stadium, where the Wildcats open up the 2018 football season, hosting the Snyder Tigers. And we are joined here in the pregame show by head coach and athletic director Brent Green. Coach, we appreciate you taking time to visit with us.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, the Wildcats tonight open up the season against a very good Snyder team. We're expecting, at least, of course, they're a higher classification football team, and it's going to be a tough test to open up the season for the Wildcats. And I want to talk about Snyder in a little bit, but first let's talk about the Littlefield Wildcats and the process leading up to this point of the season. Opening day, of course, it's been a long summer. The kids have worked hard, and I was just thinking about it this morning about these kids went through an off-season program last year at the end of the school year, and then they get into summer, played 7-on-7. A lot of them did in the month of June. Strength and conditioning program throughout the summer, lifting weights. Then they get into park practice for a week and get out there and kind of get into the swing of things with football. And then two-a-days began, and now here we are. School has started, and we're ready to rock and roll. How do you feel about the entire offseason and the way these kids have worked?
Well, I'll tell you, first off, it's been a whirlwind since about the middle of July with the beginning of park practice and all that. And you mentioned, the weightlifting and the 7-on-7, but, man, so many of our kids go even beyond that because we do the 7-on-7 on Monday nights. Then we go to Friendship and play Summer League basketball on Tuesday nights, and then play baseball and basketball Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the month of June. And, man, these kids stay busy. We ask a lot of them. They do a good job with it. A lot of them come to our strength conditioning workout. A lot of them do it on their own. But yeah, so we've had a lot of kids doing a lot of different things. But just to talk more about the football, man, it just seems like just yesterday we started, and here we are Friday night fixing to strap it on in the first contest of the year, and it definitely has been a whirlwind.
Yes, sir. Now, of course, last year the Wildcats were a very young football team that you put on the field last year. This year, I think, is probably going to be no exception. We've got a lot of sophomores and juniors on the roster this year, and coming in, I know that last year we didn't really have the season that you wanted when it comes to wins and losses, but it has to be a building process. And I think with such a young team last year, even though we're still young, we've got a lot of varsity experience.
We do, and we do have some varsity experience in a lot of areas. We are starting 5 sophomores on our offense, and only 2 of those played last year, so we do still have some guys that are going to be getting that first taste of varsity action. But we have a lot of juniors that played as sophomores a year ago. We have a sprinkle in a few seniors in there. We have 10 seniors on the roster, and that looks like a pretty decent number of seniors, but whenever you get down to it, 3 of those seniors have varsity experience. So, even some of those guys, they're going to be tested as well. So, but we're not going to use that as an excuse. We know what we have to do. We're in Littlefield, Texas. We know we need to get better and better day in, day out, week to week, and we certainly know what the expectations are.
Well, I think coming into any season, you probably have a feel for what your strengths and weaknesses are, and Littlefield has been consistent in our program for many years, and it's one of those deals where you have a great idea of what you're going to be able to do going into a season, offensively, defensively, and sometimes your strengths are maybe skill players, sometimes it's the defense, sometimes it's the offense, defensive line. What do you feel like the strengths are of your team, at least what you've seen in two-a-days to this point?
Well, if we can get them all healthy and at the same time, I think we'd have to say our offensive line, because we got all of them back with the exception of Matthew Arce, who graduated a year ago, but he was the only senior that we played on that offensive line. But we're, I say if we can get them all playing together, we had, when we started this thing, 4 juniors up there, and then we're down down 2 of those kids. They've both sustained injuries. One of them is out indefinitely. The other one should be back for the Denver City game, but we won't have him tonight. So, I think our strength would have to be our offensive and defensive lines, because we got every one of those kids returning, but we need them healthy.
Yes, sir. And of course, in football in general, the games are won and lost in the trenches. And, those are the guys who are opening up holes for your skill players on offense, and those are the guys that are putting pressure on the quarterback on defense and making things happen on defense. So, if that's going to be a strength of your team, that's probably a good spot to have it.
No, it is. And, I mentioned them. Heck, we're excited about all the kids that we have. A lot of them are in new positions, or a lot of them are in positions they've been in, just thrust into a bigger role, so we're just expecting, as we go through practice, as we go through these first few games, just getting better and better in every position.
Yes, sir. Well, we've had a couple of scrimmages. We scrimmaged Levelland, and then the next week, which was last week, we scrimmaged Sonora. How did the Wildcats perform in those scrimmages?
We weren't very pleased with the Levelland scrimmage. We didn't tackle very well. They made some big plays, and we had opportunities to get them on the ground, for a couple times at the line of scrimmage, at least 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and then they go score, and credit their quarterback. I mean, he's one of the best players on the South Plains, but that doesn't matter. We need to be better tacklers. I thought we moved the ball well against Levelland, but it doesn't matter how well you move it if you don't score it. And so, we were pretty disappointed coming off that scrimmage. Really talked to our kids about having a better performance going into the Sonora scrimmage. And Sonora's a quality ball club. They are a top 10 team in Class 3A Division II. So we knew we were going to have our hands full traveling down to Snyder last week. And I thought our kids battled well, especially early. We in the controlled part of the scrimmage, they did beat us. They beat us 2-1. Things kind of got away from us in the live quarter. I'm not going to make excuses. We lost an offensive lineman. Really didn't have a backup because he had to move over to split guard. And man, whenever we lost our tight tackle, we were scrambling to find someone to put in there, and ended up being a fullback. And it just kind of limited what we could do offensively. And man, we had so many kids going 2 ways, and it was great for us. But probably the best thing we took out of that Sonora scrimmage was some conditioning and feeling like we were better for the most part of that scrimmage.
Yes, sir. And like you said, if you can improve from week to week like we did from the Levelland scrimmage to the Sonora scrimmage, now, of course, the Wildcats, you're hoping to show improvement from that Sonora scrimmage to tonight's game against the Snyder Tigers. That's one thing I think every coach hopes for is improvement from week to week throughout the season.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
All right, Coach, let's take a quick break, and we'll talk about the Snyder Tigers coming up right after this. You're listening to Littlefield Wildcats football at West11sports.com.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the pregame show. I'm Cody West, and we're visiting here with head coach Brent Green of the Littlefield Wildcats. Coach, tonight we open up the season against a tough Snyder Tigers team. Snyder, of course, is a 4A ball club. We've played them in years past, and, we always give them a good game, or they give us a good game. And, I think it's a good test for the Wildcats to start the season.
No, there's no doubt. It's definitely going to be a big test for us. We had Pampa on that schedule last year, and God, it's just such a nightmare when you're traveling, and so we tried to get them off the schedule. We're able to find Snyder, and it'll be a good test for us.
What do we know about them?
Well, they're a senior ball club. I think if you look on the Max Preps roster, they have 29 seniors listed. I think on the roster they submitted for tonight's game, they have 24 on there. So they're a senior heavy ball club. With lots of kids back off last year's team with lots of experience. So, they're tough. They're big in the trenches, and their skill kids are very good. Their quarterback and their tailback make them go, and then the rest of their skill kids are very adequate.
When they have the ball, what kind of offense are we going to see from them?
We'll see. You'll see them in a spread most of the time. Of course, it's a crapshoot. You see them in their scrimmage videos, and a lot of people don't exploit everything they're going to start with in the season. But, we have seen them in some power running game under center. Primarily, they've been in a shotgun, running the spread.
What are we going to see from them defensively when we have the ball?
Well, they're going to line up in a split defense with 4 down linemen and 2 inside backers, 2 outside backers playing cover 3 in the back end, sometimes man up back there. But it's the same thing as offensively. That's what we've prepared for all week. Is that what they'll run tonight? Who knows? We'll see here in a little bit.
Yes, sir. Any star players for the Tigers we got to look out for?
Their quarterback and their tailback, they're the ones that make them go. Quarterback's number 33. Little tidbit for you. He wears number 33 because he is Sammy Ball's great-grandson.
Really?
And that was the
number Sammy Ball wore.
That was the number Sammy Ball wore. So that's David Ball's grandson. David Ball coached at Snyder for years, did a great job over there. So anyway, he's the quarterback, really good football player, throws the ball extremely well. So when he's back there in the pocket, it's going to be imperative that we get pressure on him and not let him feel comfortable back there, because he's got the ability to pick us apart. And then their tailback, number 31, he really ran well in the scrimmage last week against Slayton. I was very impressed with him. So I think those 2 guys are going to make their offense go.
Yes, sir. And then, another thing I was thinking about too, and you kind of go back to that, you mentioned the conditioning factor in the Sonora scrimmage, and no doubt we're probably going to have quite a few kids on both sides of the ball playing both ways. Or do you think that Snyder, with the depth that they have, being a larger classification, are you going to see too many kids from Snyder going both ways?
I know they have some kids that play both ways. As far as playing the whole game both ways, they're in a little bit different situation, because even in the scrimmage, they had a couple of their offensive linemen that were playing on that defensive line, but they also had the ability to sub some guys in and out there pretty good.
And our thing is kind of, wearing teams down, especially when we have the ball. I just love the way that we pound on defenses and wear them out at times throughout the years. We've really made defenses suffer. It's one of those deals where when you're playing a lot of kids both ways, hopefully we're able to do that against a Snyder team that does have more depth than us.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We need to be able to keep long, sustained drives. But on the back end of that, just like we were talking about in the scrimmages, when we have those long, sustained drives, they need to finish in points.
Yeah, that's right.
And and then we need to be opportunistic on defense and get a few stops here and there and cause a couple turnovers, and then if we do that, we'll be right in the middle of this thing.
Yes, sir. Overall attitude of the team, I'm assuming, being the first game of the season, that everybody's fired up and ready to go.
Oh, they are, man. They're chomping at the bit. Our coaching staff is chomping at the bit, really anxious to get that taste of last year out of our mouth. And you can say, well, it's time to hit somebody else, and you go scrimmage, but scrimmages are what they are. They're scrimmages, and there's nothing like Friday nights in West Texas, and our kids are awfully excited to get out there on the field.
All right, Coach. Anything else?
That ought to do it.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, as always, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, Cody.
Yes, sir. Coach Brent Green here in the pregame show. I'm Cody West. We'll be back with a look at tonight's starters for the Littlefield Wildcats right after this.
The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art, our science, FiberMax.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats varsity football here at West 11 Sports Media. I'm Cody West, along with Keith Logan here at the press box of Wildcat Stadium for the first time in the 2018 season. As the Wildcats have won the coin toss, we deferred to the second half. Keith, you ready for some football?
Well, I mean, it's been a couple months in the making, so yes, sir.
If you're like me, you've been ready for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we're already past ready, so let's go.
Absolutely. Wildcats captains out on the field earlier for the coin toss. Brandon Long, Isaiah Rios, and Tim Mendoza. As both teams have come out onto the field, and we are about to have the national anthem. Well, one team has come out onto the field. Still waiting on the Snyder Tigers. They're still in the field house.
They're enjoying that field house, that new weight room, I guess.
Absolutely. But the Wildcats are out in their new uniforms this year. The new home uniforms looking sharp, man. I kind of like it. It's a throwback. They've got the double stripe across each shoulder. Kind of reminiscent of a long time ago when teams used to put the stripes on the shoulders, and that's what the Wildcats went with this year. Also the double white stripe down the pants. They've got maroon jerseys, maroon pants, white trim and numbers with white stripes, Littlefield across the chest. To me, man, it looks sharp.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's crazy how, everything goes full circle. Obviously, a few years ago, probably 10 years ago, nobody wanted these jerseys like that, and then now look at the 2018. Now we're going back to retro style.
Yep, you're exactly right. As the Wildcats are all lined up on the sideline getting ready for the national anthem here at Wildcat Stadium, Snyder finally comes out of the field house, and now they're in their tunnel, but they still have yet to come out onto the field. Once the teams come out, they will play the national anthem. The Marching Cats will play the Star-Spangled Banner here in the stadium, and, of course, after that we'll have the kickoff. But, this is a year of question marks for the Littlefield Wildcats, hoping to improve on a 2-8 season. The Wildcats missed out on the playoffs last year. This is, of course, the second year of Coach Green's tenure as the head coach and athletic director. But, like he said in the pregame interview, expectations are always high. It doesn't matter if you're full of underclassmen. It doesn't matter if you're just a second-year head coach. You're in Littlefield, Texas. You expect to win.
Yeah, basically nobody wants to hear about excuses. So I'm sure, Coach Green definitely wants to come out and start the season off right here. It starts right tonight against Snyder.
Yeah, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, too. He has probably higher expectations than anyone for this team of Wildcats here in 2018. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with a kickoff coming up right after this. You're listening to Littlefield Wildcats football at West11Sports.com.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield has been serving the communities of Littlefield, Amherst, Sudan, Spring Lake, Earth, Olton, and Spade for over 60 years. And they offer free daily delivery to those communities. They even have a new website, www.prescriptionshoptx.com, plus a mobile app for your phone or tablet. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Prescription Shop is here to answer all of your questions. If you haven't taken advantage of one of the many services of the Prescription Shop in Littlefield, call 385-4491 or stop by today.
This is Brandon Bowman at John Rowley's Auto Center here in Littlefield. We are proud to be celebrating our 29th year in business. If you're looking for a Buick vehicle, there's no reason to drive to Lubbock. Come see us right here on Highway 84 in Littlefield. We've got a great selection of new Buick vehicles in stock. We also carry all models of Chevy and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. So come see your hometown Buick dealership today at John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Come experience Buick.
Save more on 84 with John Rowley Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Visit www.johnrowley.com.
It's all about you.
The hardworking farmers and ranchers are important to Aim Bank. We know what you do makes a difference in our lives. It's an honor to serve you. I'm Pat Damel, and I would like to invite you to stop by for a visit. We strive to serve you and our community. Together, we have a rich heritage of investing in agriculture. We're local, and we're here for you.
Member FDIC.
It's all about you.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art. Our science, FiberMax.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats varsity football here at West11Sports.com. I'm Cody West along with Keith Logan, where the Wildcats have just taken the field again. We did win the toss, deferred to the second half, so Littlefield will be kicking off from the South 40 here at Wildcat Stadium, kicking from right to left as we sit here in the home side press box. And, of course, Littlefield is going to try and start off the 2018 season on a positive note against a tough 4A Snyder Tigers team dressed in white jerseys, white pants, black and yellow trim and numbers with solid black helmets. Here's the kick. It's high, end over end, goes out of the back of the end zone. And that was a heck of a kick there for the Littlefield Wildcats. Number 63, Melvin Johnson, the kicker.
Yeah, great job right there. Basically did his job, kicked it out of the end zone. So just like that, Snyder's going to have to start on the 25-yard line.
So the Tigers will set up shop at their own 25, and we'll get our first look of the Littlefield defense, and we'll give you the starters. As the Littlefield Wildcats defense comes out onto the field, your starting defensive line and nose guard, number 51, Matthew Solis. Your two defensive tackles, number 70, Adam Armstrong, number 72, Ruben Alfaro. Your two defensive ends are number 28, Chris Brown, and number 41, Caden Ortega. As Snyder goes into the shotgun, I'll give you the rest of the defense in a moment. Here's a sweep pass, wide open, and it's a flopping duck. He catches it at the 50-yard line, and the Littlefield defense just fell apart. They were play and run all the way on the sweep. It was a jet sweep, and then the running back that took the sweep, or the receiver, just pulls up, throws a horrible-looking pass, but the receiver was so wide open that he was able to make the catch, and he's brought down at the Littlefield 37-yard line.
Yeah, definitely a breakdown in the secondary right there. There's no reason why that ball's fluttered and been able to pick up that many yards.
And here's a draw play up the middle. Number 31 powers his way across the 25 to the 20, leveling guys on the Littlefield defense. Here's the rest of the defense. Your linebackers, number 45, Isaiah Rios, number 22, Brandon Long. Your secondary on the corners, Kevin Zapata, wearing number 32, and Gus McNabb wearing number 11. Your safeties, number 88, Tim Mendoza, and number 15, Luke Sierra. Here's a handoff up the middle once again. Number 31 carries it down to about the 11-yard line, and he is a big, bruising running back. He's listed at 6'1", 180. J.J. Burns, but he looks a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, he looks every bit of 6'1" at a minimum. And just like that, as encroachment penalty going against Littlefield, I'm sure they're going to deny. They're not going to accept that, and because he got about 8 yards on that run, so I don't think they're going to go ahead and take that penalty.
Yeah, they've been taking up chunks of yards, and of course it was kind of I guess you could call it a trick play on the very first play of the game for the Tigers. They go in the no huddle. They'll all look to the sideline for the play.
Oh, they will accept the penalty.
They're going to accept it. First down and 5 from the 15. Well, it's about the 14 and a half. We're just underway, the opening possession of the game. 0-0, but Snyder is knocking on the door. Quarterback Baugh under center takes the snap, hands it off right up the middle. And the Wildcats, linebacker number 28, Chris Brown, wraps him up, but he still carries Brown for about 3 yards.
Yeah, I think he probably outweighs Chris Brown by at least 30 pounds.
So the Wildcats defense here is going to try to stiffen up the goal line defense pretty much, even though it's second down and about 3 or 4 yards from the 12-yard line.
Right here, Littlefield's defense has to come up big. I mean, Snyder's already in the red zone territory, and, they need a big stop. Obviously giving up that initial play on the opening drive of a huge gainer.
Here's a quarterback out of the shotgun, hands it off on the draw play. They'll carry it up to the 10, and a good job there of the Wildcats fighting hard to bring him down there at the 10-yard line for minimal gain. Number 72, Ruben Alfaro on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down and 1 from the 10.
And even if Snyder doesn't get it, I imagine they'll go for it on 4th and down.
Yeah, I would imagine so at this point, first possession of the season.
To set the tone.
You got to set the tone. You're right. So here we go. It's up to the Wildcats to stop them. Tigers' first offensive possession. They go out of the I formation, quarterback under center. First time we've seen the I from the Tigers. Here's the snap. He fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. Quarterback looking to throw. He's hit as he throws it, and it's intercepted at the 3-yard line. Littlefield Wildcats create the turnover.
And Gus McNabb comes up big from his corner spot. Was able to read that perfectly, was able to drop back, and just like that is a drive killer. Littlefield's defense comes up big with a big turnover in the red zone.
9 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter of play, and the Wildcats get the ball for the first time on an interception. And I didn't see the player that was given pressure back there, but that was really a bad throw that was forced by the Littlefield defense as the quarterback was flushed out of the pocket.
Yeah, just a great job right there by Pursuit Angles with the defensive line.
We have the ball at our own 4-yard line. Here's the snap and a handoff up the middle. Blake Green under center. It's going to be a gain of about 1.
And Isaac Rios was the ball carrier on who was able to pick up 2 yards on the first down play.
Here's your starting offense for the Littlefield Wildcats. Under center is number 12, Blake Green. The fullback, number 44, Jamie Zamora. The tailback, number 45, Isaiah Rios. He'll rotate and split time with number 20, Robert Ross. Your split end is number 88, Tim Mendoza. We'll give you the rest in a moment. Here's Green under center, the snap. They're going to give it to the Kevin Zapata, the slot back up the middle on the tackle trap. He's across the 10 to about the 13-yard line near the first down marker. Yep, he's got it.
Wow, and that's big right there for Littlefield to pick up that first down. You kind of get out of the shadow of their own end zone. So, definitely with a big turnover in the red zone, was already able to pick up the first down on their first possession of this 2018 season.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at our own 14-yard line. After the Littlefield interception, here's Green on the sneak. Takes it up the middle to the 20. That's going to be about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Man, they're going to give him the 21.
Wow.
That'll be a 7-yard gain for Blake Green on the sneak. Here's the rest of the offense, the starting offense for the Wildcats. At center is number 51, Matthew Solis. Your tight guard is number 72, Ruben Alfaro. Your split guard is number 75, Elijah Hernandez. Your split tackle is number 55, Mason Bryant. Your tight tackle is number 65, Kiwi Hood. Your tight end is number 28, Chris Brown. Here's a handoff up the middle going nowhere for the Littlefield Wildcats. Number 45, Isaiah Rios, is going to lose a yard.
Yeah, Snyder's defense just strung them out. Obviously, Isaiah Rios isn't necessarily the speedy back, so he needs to go north and south. And, Snyder did a great job right there stringing them out and comes up with a big stop right there on second down.
Number 15, Luke Sierra, brings the play in from the sideline. He'll be wide left. Slot back on the left is Kevin Zapata. Tight end on the right, Chris Brown. Green under center. We're going to go in the ace right formation. The tailback is split wide right. Here's Green on a rollout. He's just going to keep it and run. He gets out of bounds, and a flag.
There's going to be a horse collar right there.
Yeah.
Got his hands inside his shoulder pad, just like that. Littlefield's able to pick up a big penalty.
Yep, number 2 for the Tigers, Shaw Lentz, had Blake Green by the back of the shoulder pads.
And that was just a mental mistake right there by him, because it looked like he was going to be able to push Blake Green out short of the first down marker, but just like that, a big penalty on third down.
And he didn't, the referee didn't give the horse collar signal. It was just a personal foul, so maybe it was just a little bit too far out of bounds, and he was still yanking on those shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Maybe because he didn't get Blake all the way down to the ground, it wasn't a horse collar, but in any case, it's 15 yards and an automatic first down.
And definitely a mental error right there by the Snyder Tigers, and just like that, Littlefield's able to pick up another first down on a penalty.
And we've got a little breathing room field position-wise, too. We're all the way out to the 39-yard line. This drive started at our own 4. So here we go, Green under center, I formation. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Rios across the 40, breaking a tackle to the 45, and that's going to be a 6-yard gain for Isaiah Rios on first down.
And Isaiah Rios is definitely a north and south runner. If he's able to get a shoulder pass squared and go north and south, that's going to be a good sign for Littlefield.
0-0 is our score. Snyder got the kickoff. They moved it down the field with ease and then threw an interception. Gus McNabb intercepted a Snyder pass at the 4-yard line, and here's Littlefield on the ensuing possession coming the other way. Handoff, Rios over the left side, nowhere to go, breaking tackles, fighting for every inch he can get, and they're just going to give him the line of scrimmage as he gets back to the 45.
Yeah.
There wasn't a hole there.
Yeah. I mean,
there's supposed to be a hole there.
And obviously, with Snyder's, defensive line, I mean, I'm sure they, the matchup is in their favor due to size and weight, and right there, Littlefield just got beat on the interior line.
Number 55, Mason Bryant, comes out of the game. Number 63, Melvin Johnson, will come in. And now we've got Robert Ross coming in at tailback as Isaiah Rios comes out. Tailback will be number 20, Robert Ross, the sophomore. So here we go, Blake Green under center. I formation, slot back on the left is Kevin Zapata. Here's the snap. They're going to give to Ross. Ross up the middle is hit as he crosses the 45, and he's...
I thought he may have got it initially.
Yeah,
but,
he was a yard short according to the spot there at the 48-yard line.
This is another crucial down right here for Littlefield. Littlefield looked like, from our vantage point, looked like they're going to go for it for fourth down and short.
0-0 the score. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Littlefield has the ball near midfield. It's at our own 48-yard line, moving from south to north here at Wildcat Stadium. Green under center, 4th down and 1. Wildcats are going for it. Here's the snap. Green on the sneak, breaks through. He's got the first down to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Needed a yard, and he got about 7.
And you got to give a lot of credit to that play, to the center. Matthew Solis right there was able to just open a hole, and Blake was ready to follow behind him, was able to get positive yardage and pick up another first down. Just like that, Littlefield's picked up the 3rd first down of this drive.
Yep, fresh set of downs for the Wildcats. This drive started at our own 4-yard line. We're now in Snyder territory. Green under center takes the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keep after the fake, and he is just gang tackled there by about 8 white jerseys.
Yeah, at that time, Snyder did not bite on the play fake and just blew that play up.
It's going to be a loss of a yard for the Wildcats. Back to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Littlefield. The ball is spotted on the near hash mark. In the very first game of the 2018 football season. Football, oh, how I missed you. Golly, I love football. Here we go, Green under center. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off. Ross has a hole over the right side, but it closes quickly, and he's only going to gain a yard back to the original line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line.
On that play, only thing that scared me, that looked like Robert Ross had the ball in the wrong hand. He had it in the inside the hand, so that's only that scared me about that last run by Robert Ross.
So Ross is going to come out of the game. For the Wildcats, number 15, Luke Sierra, will bring the play in from the sideline as Isaiah Rios, number 45, is now back at tailback. Green under center, slot back on the left, Kevin Zapata. Tight end on the right, Chris Brown. Here's the snap. Green, play action, throws over the middle, triple coverage on Brown, and it's too high. Green had to let it go before he was ready.
Yeah, the play action allowed Snyder to kind of get deep, put a lot of pressure on Blake and he did everything he could to get away, get the ball away, and with that brings up 4th down and long.
Number 31, J.J. Burns, was the one putting pressure on Blake Green, and I talked to Coach Green in the pregame show, pregame interview about Snyder and, being 4A, how much depth did they have? And he said they've got a few players that go both ways, and Burns is one of them. You can see why. He's making plays on offense, now defense. 4th and 10, we're going for it. Here's the snap. Green looking to throw, fires. Has a man open, but he's overthrown. He was looking for Kevin Zapata, and that will end the drive for the Littlefield Wildcats as we turn it over on downs at the Snyder 44-yard line.
He was open. It looked like it was open there for a minute, and just the throw was just not there. So Littlefield turns the ball over on 4th down, but Littlefield's defense was able to come up big on that first drive by Snyder. So hopefully they're able to do that again.
3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Your score is 0-0. Each team has had a possession now in the football game. Here come the Tigers, I formation, quarterback under center. Takes the snap, he hands it off. Number 31, Burns up the middle, across the 50. Has the first down and about 2 more yards, a gain of 12 for Burns up the middle. He's just a big, strong, pounding running back.
Yeah, and you got to go low on him. I mean, you can't go up high. If not, the leg's going to keep churning, and they're going to pick up yardage.
Here's a snap, handoff. Burns once again coming up the middle. He's tripped up, and he's going to fall forward for about a 6-yard gain.
Just kept his feet moving and was able to pick up 6 yards just like that.
And on that last possession, they were moving the ball easily before that interception. So the Littlefield defense here needs to stiffen up. They've got the ball at our 38. Here's a handoff. Burns up the middle once again. And this time he's hit by the linebackers. Brandon Long and Isaiah Rios bring him down for a 1-yard gain. Brandon Long came flying in to fill the gap. Those two kids met head-to-head there, but it brings up 3rd down and about 3. So 3rd and 3 for the Tigers at the Littlefield 36-yard line. Here's ball, the snap, toss. Burns going left side, has the first down and then some. He's to the 30, and he's brought down there. Brandon Long, Luke Sierra, and Gus McNabb all getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Wildcats.
And Littlefield does have several internal linemen going both ways, so hopefully they're able to catch their breath and still give some pressure on Snyder's defensive line and kind of push the line of scrimmage, the other way.
We're down to 2 minutes left in the first period of play. 0-0 the score. Tigers with the football. Almost said basketball. Don't know why. So here we go, first down. Man in motion.
I would have been with you, would have said volleyball.
Yeah, shotgun. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Here's a handoff on the sweep, far side, breaking a tackle. He cuts it up the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds. We'll see where they spotted. His foot went out at about the 21. That's a 9-yard gain for the Tigers. Number 21 on the carry, Roland Maureen.
And it kind of seems from our vantage point, it looks like every time that Snyder goes into like a sweep, they're able to pick up positive yardage because it kind of, our defense kind of falters a little bit on those sweeps, and anything inside, we've been able to kind of stuffle it.
So here we go, 2nd down and 2. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Coming to the near side. He's just quicker than everybody else. Cuts it up to the 10, the 5, and he is into the end zone.
That's exactly what I mean.
For the touchdown.
Once again, that sweep. I mean, they go to the outside, the defensive end is just off to the races, and we just have a hard time, pursuit angles and closing out that end.
That was number 21, Roland Maureen on the carry. Makes it 6-0. Tigers on top with 1:29 left in the first quarter of play. And they're going to go for 2, it looks like, out of the swinging gate. Center is the only one with over the football on the line of scrimmage. Everyone else is lined up out to the left. You got the quarterback in the shotgun. Now a man in motion. Here's the snap. Quarterback fakes the handoff and carries it into the end zone.
And that's just because he's tall and big, and he was just, Littlefield was right there, stopped him short of the goal line, but he was just able to power through and pick up 2 points just like that.
With 1:29 left in the first quarter of play, your score, Littlefield 0, Snyder 7. We'll be back right after Snyder 8. We'll be back right after this.
The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership. Proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area. The Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats varsity football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West along with Keith Logan here at Wildcat Stadium, where the Tigers of Snyder lead this game by a score of 8-0 here with 1:29 left in the first quarter of play. They'll kick off to us. This will be the first kickoff of the game for the Snyder Tigers. Remember, Littlefield won the toss and elected to defer, so we'll get the kick to start the second half of play. Hopefully that'll be the only time they'll kick off again in this game.
I sure hope so.
So here we go. Tigers kick it off. It's going to be high end over end, but short. Comes down at about the 15, and it's muffed. And it goes out of bounds after it was touched by the Wildcats, and that was number 33 back there, Marcus Hinojos, on the return team. He'll be credited with the return, but that was not a return.
Yeah,
16-yard line.
And Kevin Zapata just kind of.
That was Kevin.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry. I thought I was looking at the wrong number.
He just misplaced that and got away from him.
I'm rusty.
Hey,
you're mid-season form. I'm rusty, man.
Because I've been yelling I've been in this last couple months. I've been yelling at kids, so
I've been yelling at kids too, but in a different way. So here come the Littlefield Wildcats, their second possession of the night. Green under center, I formation. Slot back on the left. Here's the snap. It's a toss to Rios. Rios cuts it up, has a little room, one man to beat, and he's brought down at about the 24-yard line, and that's an 8-yard gain for Isaiah Rios.
So Littlefield has been able to pick up some yardage. We just haven't been able to, obviously that first drive we come up big with a opening turnover, and just like that, we were able to get into Snyder's territory, but we weren't able to get past the 30-yard line.
So it's second down at about 2 for the Wildcats. Ball is right between the 23 and 24-yard line. Here come the Cats. Slot back on the left, Kevin Zapata. Blake Green under center. Rios at tailback. Here's the snap, play action. Green looking to throw, and he's sacked.
Oh.
He was looking for Tim Mendoza, but Mendoza was covered, and by the time Mendoza broke away from the defender, Green was already in the turf. That's going to be a big loss for the Wildcats as it brings it all the way back to the 18-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 6 yards on the play.
And it looked like Tim was able to get him on the double move and had the Snyder cornerback on skates, so to speak, but I guess there was just like that, Littlefield got a warning from the coach. We're back to our old ways. We're back to full. Hey,
it's not a Littlefield football game unless the coach gets a warning.
Hey, you always got to push the lines.
Luke Sierra brings the play in from the sideline. And now there's going to be a conference among the officials. Is that no longer a warning? It's a penalty.
Wow.
15-yard penalty on the Littlefield Wildcats. Oh, wow.
Something else, man.
Yeah, this referee hasn't given us too much detail. He just said 15-yard penalty, replay second down, but didn't tell us what it was, unless it was a warning on the coaching staff or a sideline infraction. I don't know. In any case, that's not good. It brings up second down at about 20.
Yeah, and we're deep in our own territory.
Yeah, ball is at our own 6-yard line. Nope, now they're going to move it out to the 8.
The officials in first season.
Yeah, they're rusty too. Hey, you can't blame them. Here we go. Here's a snap. They give it to Zapata on the trap. He cuts it up the middle. He's to the original line of scrimmage and then brought down. Nice hole there by the offensive line. Littlefield offensive line takes care of their business. Kevin Zapata hits the hole and gets us back into a 3rd and manageable situation. It's going to be 3rd and 9. And that will bring us. Nope, it's a timeout with 12 seconds left in the first quarter of play. 8-0 is your score. Snyder on top. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, Wildcat fans, this is David McGehee with Lance Insurance Agency. Let's kick the year off right with a free insurance review from Lance Insurance. We offer home, life, and auto insurance, as well as multi-peril crop insurance. Lance Insurance Agency, located at 2433 South Farwell Avenue here in Littlefield, or on Highway 84 in Sudan. Give us a call today, 385-1693. Good luck, Wildcats.
You know that I see.
Hospice is not a place, but a service. Hospice care focuses on the patient and the patient's family. Hospice care is comfort care. People who receive hospice care have been diagnosed with a terminal illness. There is no out-of-pocket cost for the patient. If you or a family member is in need of or has questions about hospice care, call Legacy of Love Hospice in Littlefield at 806-385-9329. Again, that's 806-385-9329. Legacy of Love Hospice, providing the best quality of life when faced with serious illness.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West along with Keith Logan, where the Wildcats have the ball, 3rd down and 9. At about the 16-yard line. Green under center takes the snap. He's always got a man in his face, and they're going to bring him down in the end zone.
They will
but
not.
It won't be a safety.
They're not going to give it to him.
They're going to spot it at the 4. As they'll say his forward progress stopped. They're at the 4-yard line. And Littlefield takes another timeout with just a couple of seconds on the clock here in the first quarter of play. 8-0 the score. Snyder leads it. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center in LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West, along with Keith Logan at Wildcat Stadium, where Littlefield is going to have to punt it away. The punter is Chris Brown, and he's standing at the very back of the end zone, right under the goalpost. The return men, 2 of them, are standing at the Littlefield 45-yard line. Here's the snap. Chris is going to punt it. Good-looking punt. High, spiraling kick. Comes down at about the 47. Will be returned to the 40. 35, and brought down there on the punt return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Littlefield 33-yard line. And getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Littlefield Wildcats is number 25, Ethan Martinez, and number 55, Mason Bryant. That's the end of the first quarter. Tigers lead at 8-0. We'll be back right after this.
This is Robert Dillard, Superintendent of the Littlefield Independent School District. I join our board, administrators, faculty, and staff in proudly supporting each of our students in every activity. Everyone at the school district is very proud of our students, and we wish them continued success on the field and in the classroom. Here at LISD, we are committed to excellence, and our mission is to provide a quality education through shared responsibility in a safe, supportive environment where all students are prepared to meet the challenges of a global society. Go Wildcats!
Attention commercial motor carriers in West Texas. Are you frustrated and confused by ever-changing DOT regulations? If so, call David McIntyre at McIntyre DOT Safety Consultants. They provide help with mock audits, new business setup, safety audits, compliance review, vehicle inspections, post-crash investigations, driver training services, and much more. Having retired with over 25 years with the Texas DPS, McIntyre DOT Safety Consultants can help you be safer and DOT compliant, which means less enforcement, less downtime, and more profit for your company. Call 325-234-1714 today.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the second period of play. Littlefield trails this game by a score of 8-0. Snyder has the ball, 1st down and 10 at the Littlefield 33-yard line. The first play is a deep pass down the sideline. The receiver was wide open, but the quarterback overthrows him.
Once again, another breakdown in the secondary.
So it brings up 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation, double slot. That's 4 wide receivers. Here's the snap. They hand it off on the draw. Burns, big hole. He's to the 20. They got him by the jersey at the 10, and he's brought down at the 5. Luke Sierra and Tim Mendoza in on the tackle for the Wildcats, but it'll be first down and goal to go for the Snyder Tigers. But, there's a penalty.
Bring it back.
Dirty laundry on the field. Dirty laundry. They're going to replay the down as they spot the ball.
Let's try that again.
Yeah, that was a holding call on the Tigers, and that's a good penalty for the Wildcats.
big penalty.
It would have been first down and goal to go, but instead it's going to be second down and about 20 from the 43-yard line, 42. Snyder comes to the line of scrimmage. We'll go with Trips on the left side. They've got 4 receivers, 3 on the left, 1 on the right. Quarterback in the shotgun, along with Burns, the running back. Here's the snap. It's a little swing pass to the near side, incomplete. Hit him right in the handlebars, and number 2 dropped it. Shaw Lentz.
Not the handlebars.
Yep.
Zoom, zoom. Wonder if that was a Harley.
That guy needs to rub his gloves with some Clorox wipes. I learned that on the internet yesterday.
What's that?
Those receivers' gloves. When they start to lose their tackiness, you rub it with a Clorox wipe and they get sticky again.
Well,
yeah.
Learn something every day.
Yep, saw that on YouTube. Here we go. Here's the snap. Quarterback fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Coming back the other way to Burns. He's complete. He's got blockers. He's to the 35, the 30. He gets to the sideline and runs over a couple of Wildcats inside the 10, but they finally wrestle him down. Tim Mendoza took a big hit, but stayed with him and brought him down. It'll be first and goal to go.
Yeah, and that was just a delayed screen right there by Snyder. I was able to get big yardage on that play. Littlefield definitely came up, tried to stop the run initially, and then Burns was able to kind of sneak out into the second level and was able to get positive yardage just like that. Just knocking at the door.
First and goal from the 8. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Burns up the middle, powers his way across the 5, and he is down at the 2-yard line. It's getting dark out here. The lights ain't on.
Uh-oh. Somebody forgot. Got to turn them on.
Here we go. No huddle. They come to the line of scrimmage. They hand it off. Burns up the middle once again. This time he's into the end zone. That'll be a 3-yard touchdown pass, or rather touchdown run for J.J. Burns. Your score is now 14-0. Snyder leads this game with 10:34 left in the first half of play. They'll go into the swinging gate once again. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. He looks to throw. Now he'll tuck it and runs. Oh, he dumps it off. And it is tipped by Luke Sierra. Falls incomplete. And your score with 10:34 left in the first half. Littlefield 0, Snyder 14. We'll be back right after this.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield is your one-stop shop for better health and is now giving back to their customers with a new loyalty program. Members earn points to receive exclusive offers and rewards, including discounts on gift shop items and over-the-counter products. Call or come by to sign up. Be sure and like the Prescription Shop and Gifts on Facebook. Download the free app and visit prescriptionshoptx.com. The Prescription Shop and Gifts in Littlefield. Call 385-4491 or stop by today.
Over 100 years and still going strong, Wellington State Bank is your hometown community bank. Wellington State Bank offers personal, dedicated service on deposit accounts, farm and equipment loans, and other financial needs. Wellington State Bank proudly serves the Littlefield area and always supports the Wildcats. Visit any of our 10 locations or on the web at wellingtonsb.com. Wellington State Bank of Littlefield, your partners in progress. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. Snyder has just gone up 14-0. The ensuing kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone. So the Wildcats will have the ball for the third time tonight with 10:34 left here in the first half of play. And Like you mentioned earlier, Keith, we've been able to move the ball, but we just haven't been able to sustain any drives.
Yeah, and that's, obviously with the type of offenses that Littlefield runs, we have to control the ball, time of possession, and we have to, every possession, we need to get some type of points on the scoreboard.
So the Wildcats will come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at our own 25-yard line after the touchback. Green under center, and there's going to be a false start. No flag. I think Matthew Solis, the center, caught him jumping. Yep, no, they're going to say false start on the Wildcats. And, Matthew Solis and Blake Green have been playing together. They're both sophomores. They've been playing together for a long time. And
probably since they were like 5th grade or something.
I think Matthew saw that they had jumped off sides and snapped it to Blake. He was ready for it, but I'm not sure who they're saying moved early, because if the center moves,
that's the only one that really matters.
That initiates the play, buddy. So here we go, 1st and 15. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off on the sweep. And it goes nowhere. Maybe a loss of about a yard coming to the near side. So to bring up 2nd down at about 16 for the Wildcats. Littlefield, not much depth coming into the season, and then we got a couple of kids hurt in the scrimmages, which really.
I think that puts us down to like 25 on the roster or something.
Really took its toll, especially on the line with Sonny Soto and Benny Aguirre. Both projected starters are out. So here we go, the snap. They're going to hand it off, coming to the near side. Zapata gets hit and brought down, no gain. There was just nowhere for Kevin to go.
Yeah, initially was able to break out of a tackle, and that allowed Snyder's, the rest of the defenders to get there and tag him up and drop him for a loss.
Colton Campbell comes out of the game as Luke Sierra goes in. Wildcats need a big play here on 3rd down. It's about 3rd and 20. Well, about 18, 19. We'll call it 3rd and 19. So here we go. Green under center. I formation. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff to Rios, looking to throw. He's going to dump it out to Kevin Zapata at the 5, and he's hit. And he'll be brought down there at the 5, and that's going to be a loss of 12 yards on the passing play. And we just kept going backwards on that possession. Littlefield will have to punt it away again. Snyder leads the game 14-0. The Wildcats here just
struggling a little bit.
Struggling, especially on offense. I mean, we're holding our own on defense. They've got that big bruising running back, Burns, number 31. It is, he's more physical than probably anybody we have, but our defense is holding their own, but our offense is really struggling to move the ball. Here's a snap on the punt. Chris Brown, it's a line drive, won't go very far. Gets out to the 33-yard line, and it'll be Snyder football at the Littlefield 33. So that possession was a net of 8 yards. We started that drive on our own 25 after the punt on the 3 and out. They're going to start it at the 32. So that's actually a net of 7 yards.
You had to do some math on that one.
Hey, I got my pencil.
You ready to go. Ready for class.
8:17 left in the first half of play. Snyder leads it by a score of 14-0. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Nope, fakes the handoff. He had everybody fooled, and another interception. Luke Sierra hauls it in. Luke is on his feet on the return across the 20 to the 25-yard line, and Littlefield creates their second turnover of the first half.
Yeah, once again, Littlefield secondary comes up with another turnover, just being in the right place at the right time. Luke Sierra, the senior comes up big right there.
So the defense really keeping the Wildcats in this football game.
We just haven't been able to capitalize on the turnovers.
That's the second turnover of the game for the Tigers. So here comes Littlefield, 1st and 10 at our own 25-yard line. Green under center. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Right side, there's a hole. Rios across the 30, and that'll be about a 6-yard gain on 1st down for the Littlefield Wildcats. As Rios will come out of the game. Robert Ross now at tailback. Green moves under center. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Ross hit at the line of scrimmage and slung forward for about a 1-yard gain.
You know, and Robert Ross is only 150 pounds, so, you know, his
probably 150 soaking wet.
Yeah, I mean, his strength is getting to the outside, and
yeah, he's got some wheels on him.
Yep. So, and hopefully Littlefield's able to get him, you know, on the edges and let him show off that foot speed.
3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Here's the snap. They give it to Ross. Ross up the middle, and he is hit and pushed back, and it looks like it'll be no gain. So another 4th down for the Wildcats. It'll be 4th down and 2. Robert actually lost a yard there. Ball is at the 34-yard line. Number 37 brings a play in from the sideline. That's Colton Campbell. Campbell will be split wide left. Tight end on the right is Chris Brown. Slot back, Kevin Zapata. Your tailback is Robert Ross. Here's the snap. They give to Ross. Ross over the near side. He's got some room. He has the 1st down, and then he's just hit and pushed back. But he did get enough for the 1st down, needed 2, and got 3. And, man, if he's able to break that tackle.
I mean, he's off to the races. I mean, I feel like if he gets to that 2nd level, it's off to the races, and he should be able to score. But, you know, just getting there.
Yeah, and that's the thing is he's, you know, he, like you said, he's probably not going to break too many tackles, but he hit the hole hard there and moved the sticks for the Wildcats, which is exactly what we needed here. So it's 1st down and 10 for Littlefield at our own 37. Here's the snap. Rios back in the game. The handoff. Isaiah Rios fighting for yardage, gets to the 40. There's about 10 jerseys, 10 white jerseys on top of Rios.
And you got to give a lot of credit. Rios was only able to pick up 3 yards, but he fought for all of those 3 yards.
So it brings up 2nd down and about 7 from our own 40-yard line. Snyder leads the game here, 14-0 in the 2nd quarter. Blake Green moves under center. I formation with Rios at tailback. Tight end on the right, slot back on the left. Here's the snap. They give to the slot. Zapata on the sweep. Coming to the near side. Kevin's got some room. He's to the 45, and they just close in quickly on him, but he gets the 1st down to the 49-yard line, and that'll move the chains. That's about a 6 or 7 yard gain. Well, no, an 8-yard gain for Kevin Zapata.
And the Snyder, cornerback was the one that came up and made that tackle. You know, Littlefield's wide receiver was able to put a block on him. He should be off to the races, at least getting into the red zone. Just a missed block in the secondary.
So it brings up 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. We have 4 minutes and 58 seconds left until halftime. Man, if we could score before we go to the halftime break, only down by 7, sure does make you feel better. Here's Ross up the middle, breaks the tackle, and then wrapped up by his shoelaces, but he falls forward for an 8-yard gain on 1st down. And now the Littlefield offense is starting to get a little momentum. This will be the 8th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down and 2 for the Littlefield Wildcats. We're at the Snyder 43-yard line. Tim Mendoza brings the play in. He'll be wide left. Ross is still at tailback. Your fullback is number 33, Marcus Hinojos. Here's the snap. They give to Ross. Nowhere to go. Breaks a tackle and falls forward to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
4 minutes and rolling, so Littlefield definitely is going to go probably 4-down territory, try to get some points going into halftime.
Well, keep in mind, too, we only have 1 timeout left.
Yeah.
We used 2 timeouts in the 1st quarter.
And back-to-back plays, too.
So we've got 1 timeout left, but we can manage the clock here with our offense. And if we can score going into the halftime break, you've got to feel good about the 2nd half. So here we go, 3rd down and 2. Here's the snap. Green hands it off.
Fumble.
Oh, it's a fumble, and it bounces into the arms of one of the linemen who falls forward.
Look like Kiwi Hood.
Is that Kiwi Hood?
Kiwi Hood.
Robert Ross was popped. The ball comes squirting out, Keevy Hood catches it, and I mean he was 2 yards past the first down, and he just pushes the pile 2 yards for the first down.
Yeah,
and that sometimes
it's better
the
to be
breaks
lucky.
go your way.
By far, better to be lucky than good sometimes.
Man, and Keevy with a heads-up play knew what to do.
Just lean forward.
Hey, let's get that first down, guys.
Let's keep it.
So it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Ross, left side, breaks tackles. Oh, and they're just coming in waves at him.
Yeah.
And he broke 2 tackles before finally getting brought down for about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, definitely, Snyder's definitely stocking the box, putting 9 to 10 players up there in the box, and if we're able to get past that initial wave of the Snyder's defenders, we're going to be able to break one.
2nd down and about 7 for the Littlefield Wildcats. Clock is still rolling, down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Snyder leads it 14-0. We go an ace right. Ross is wide right. Here's the handoff on the sweep. Zapata coming to the near side, breaks 1 tackle, and then he's wrapped up at the 36, and that's only a 2-yard gain on the sweep.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
And the clock continues to roll, 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
And the question mark is, do we have a field goal kicker?
I don't know. I should have asked Coach Green in the pregame interview. That's usually not the first question you think of. So who's going to kick field goals?
But I mean,
it would come in handy right now.
Definitely.
We've got the ball at the 36. Here's a handoff up the middle. Ross breaks a tackle, gets to the 31, near the first down. It's going to be very close. The clock is rolling. They're going to say it is not close enough. It'll be 4th down and inches. You got to call for a measurement. Now they're going to stop the clock. Yeah, they're going to measure it. That's close.
Yeah, and what that measurement is basically a timeout, so it allows the coaching staff to kind of analyze it, so it works in Littlefield's favor.
And from where I'm standing, it looks like he's got it. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a first down.
I do wear corrective lenses, but
they'll bring the sticks out, and we got to send a shout-out to the Chain Gang. These guys, I don't know how many years, a lot of years they've been doing it.
Several years.
And that's a first down easy. So the Wildcats are going to get the 1st and 10 on a carry by Robert Ross. And I was looking at it, I'm like, man, you can tell that he had it, but
they definitely questioned it.
So 1st and 10 for the Littlefield Wildcats. Ball is at the 31-yard line. They roll the clock with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. Snyder leads the game by a score of 14-0. But Littlefield here is moving the ball. This will be the 12th play of the drive. 1st and 10. Here come the Cats. I'd take a shot at the end zone right here.
Just kind of loosen.
Quarterback sneak. Green up the middle. 25, 20. And he's brought down there. It'll be a first down run of 10 yards for Blake Green on the quarterback sneak. They're going to stop the clock just for a second to move the chains. Littlefield trying to get the right personnel on the field. Keep in mind we only have 1 timeout left. Clock winds down to 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute left in the first half. Littlefield 1st and 10 at the Snyder 20. Green under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Rios up the middle, spins out of a tackle down to the 15. Clock is continuing to roll, and now it will stop. And Coach Green will use his last time out of the half with 50 seconds left in the first half of play. And we'll keep it right here during the timeout. As the Wildcats, Keith, trail by 14, but
we've been in this game. I mean, I know that sounds hard to,
And it's kind of weird. It doesn't really feel like we're in this game, but we're really in this game, especially if we can score here.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we had 2 turnovers. We forced 2 turnovers. We just haven't been able to punch it in. And I think that's something that we have struggled with throughout the scrimmages, that we haven't been able to get into the end zone. So this will definitely bode well for our confidence if we're able to punch this one in going into halftime.
Absolutely. And with the Wildcats, at least in the first half, have won the turnover battle with 2 interceptions. In the first half of play, Gus McNabb and Luke Sierra both getting interceptions in the first half, and that's really, that's kept us in the game. And the defense hung in there long enough for the offense to finally put together this drive. And, it's going to be pretty sweet if we can get a touchdown here, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and more often than not, if you win the turnover battle, you're able to come away with a win. So hopefully that bodes well for us.
The Wildcats are out of timeouts now, so Execution is going to be of the utmost importance here with 50 seconds left in the first half of play. No penalties. 2nd down and 5 from the 15-yard line. Green under center. Rios is wide right. Luke Sierra wide left. Here's the snap. Green rolls to his right, looking to throw, has pressure. He throws it away. Didn't have a man open, and he had pressure, and he makes the wise decision to stop the clock as he throws it out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line. We need a 15-yard play.
I'll take a 16-yard.
Whatever it is.
You take 16, just get a little extra just in case.
We've got one of those in the playbook. Let's
sign them up.
Let's run that one. Here's the snap. Green hands it off. Ross hitting the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards, and we can't stop it.
Nope. So
we got to get to the line.
And you can't spike it or nothing. You have to have a
4th
play.
down.
So
30 seconds. 30 seconds left in the first half. The ball is at the 18-yard line. It's 4th down and about 8. Down to 23 seconds. We have no timeouts.
The play clocks.
Ross comes out of the game. Number 25 comes in, Ethan Martinez. 8 seconds. As the Wildcats come to the line. Green under center. Here's the snap. He rolls out, has pressure, nowhere to go, and he'll be sacked. Well, he was able to flick it out on a shovel pass, and it falls incomplete, so it will not go down as a sack. It'll go down as an incomplete pass. In any case, the Wildcats had a great possession. It was a 14-play drive, and we just ran out of time. As the Wildcats couldn't get it into the end zone, we trail 14-0. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with your halftime show coming up right after this.
Hey, Kevin Campbell here. I know you've heard every car commercial in the world. Great prices, great selections, great service, and great people. Well, guess what? You can get it all right here in Littlefield at John Rowley's Auto Center. Buy from the people you have grown to know and trust. We are hometown 29 years running. We have been here and will be here for you. So next time you are thinking about buying a new GMC, Buick, or Chevrolet, make your first stop your last. Come see me today and save more on 84. Or find us on the web at www.johnrowley.com.
GMC, we are professional grade.
This is Jessica Longoria at AIM Bank. In life, we're always looking for time savers. These things allow us to spend more time doing the fun things in life. At AIM Bank, we offer mobile banking, which is available on iPhone and Android. You can deposit checks with your phone, pay your bills with your phone, review your account activity and balances, transfer funds, and even locate one of our branches or ATMs. We look for ways to save you time and money. It's aimbankonline.com.
Member FDIC. The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art. Our science, FiberMax.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center in LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield has been serving the communities of Littlefield, Amherst, Sudan, Spring Lake, Earth, Olton, and Spade for over 60 years. And they offer free daily delivery to those communities. They even have a new website, www.prescriptionshoptx.com, plus a mobile app for your phone or tablet. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Prescription Shop is here to answer all of your questions. If you haven't taken advantage of one of the many services of the Prescription Shop in Littlefield, call 385-4491 or stop by today.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats varsity football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West. At halftime, where the Wildcats trail this game by a score of 14-0, let's take a look at your first half drive summary. As the Wildcats won the coin toss before the game, we elected to defer to the second half. Kicking off to Snyder, it was a touchback, and Snyder had the ball to start at their own 25-yard line. They go 4 plays methodically down the field, and they were just on the move, easily cutting through the Littlefield defense before number 11, Gus McNabb, the cornerback, comes up with a big interception at the Littlefield 4-yard line. And that was a drive stopper as McNabb comes up with the interception with 9:39 left in the first quarter of play. Littlefield takes over at our own 4-yard line, and our first possession of the night turned out to be our second longest possession of the first half. It went 11 plays as we move it down the field. We got it all the way to the Snyder 44-yard line before turning it over on downs. We ate up about 6 minutes of the clock on an 11-play drive, but we just couldn't convert. Converted on one fourth down, but then just couldn't convert on another fourth down on that possession, and Snyder took over on downs at their own 44-yard line with 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Snyder, on their second possession, move it right down the field on 4 plays. The touchdown was scored on a 22-yard run by number 21 of the Snyder Tigers. His name is Roland Maureen. He takes it in from 21 yards out. The 2-point conversion was good, and at that point it was 8-0. Tigers on top with 1:29 left in the first quarter of play. Littlefield gets the kickoff. We get it at our own 16-yard line as it was muffed and went out of bounds. There at the 16-yard line, and we go 3 and out on our second possession of the night. We had to punt it away. It was a great punt by Chris Brown, but Snyder comes up with a good return of their own, and they get it up to the Littlefield 33-yard line. On the second possession, or rather the third possession of the night for the Tigers, that started the second quarter of play on that possession, and they go 6 plays down the field from the 33-yard line. They take it into the end zone from 3 yards out. Number 31, J.J. Burns on the run with 10:34 left in the second quarter of play. The 2-point conversion failed, and your score at that point was 14-0 with 10:34 left in the first half of play. Littlefield gets the ball with 10:34 after the Snyder touchdown. It was a touchback on the kickoff. We get it at our own 25-yard line. We go 3 and out. The Wildcats pretty much just moved backwards on that possession. We ended up having to punt, and it was a short punt with horrible field position in the first place. The Tigers get it at our 33-yard line, and on the first play after the punt, Snyder throws an interception as Luke Sierra, number 15, jumps in front of a number 33 Logan Green pass, and it's going to be intercepted by Luke Sierra with 8:07. Then Littlefield has the ball at our own 25-yard line after the interception return by Sierra, and we just started moving the ball. Finally, on our last possession of the game, we put together our best drive. We started at our own 25-yard line, and we just start moving it down the field, taking up chunks of yardage. We go 14 plays on a drive, and we just ran out of time. We only had 1 timeout left. We get it all the way down to the 25-yard line of Snyder, or the 20, and we just couldn't capitalize there as the Wildcats put together their best drive, Keith, but just couldn't score there at the end of the half, and it's 14-0 here at the halftime break. But you got to feel like, even though we're down by 2 touchdowns, we're still very much in this game, and we go into the locker room coming off of our best offensive possession of the night, and we get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, so this is, second half, all the stars are aligning for us, so to speak, but we have to come out and put the ball in the end zone. That's what it's going to be. Obviously, we're not going to be able to just, win this game by kicking field goals, so we have to find a way to get in the end zone and hopefully, make a game out of this. Like you said, we mentioned before, we're down by 2 touchdowns, but it doesn't really feel like it. It feels like we had several opportunities where we didn't capitalize, and, with the turnover battle, more often than not, if you win the turnover battle, you win the game. And right now that's just not, it's just not in our favor. So we just got to keep battling back. I'm sure Coach Green and the coaching staff is going to, work on a game plan and hopefully try to find a way to punch the ball into the end zone coming out in the second half.
Well, and like you said, I mean, we have 2 turnovers in the first half and no points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
So we've been unable to capitalize on those turnovers, and that's something that you can't really expect to happen. You try to create turnovers and you hustle on defense and you try to make it happen. That being said, we can't come into the second half expecting to get 2 more.
No.
I mean, we're going to have to execute better and play better than we did in the first half.
Yeah, by far. So, I mean, it's a new game. We're still in it. And that's we haven't been able to really kind of get the offensive going. But, it should be, in the locker room, it shouldn't be somber. It should be a very upbeat kind of, vibe, so to speak. And, we're right there in it. We just got to come out and score. I mean, the first thing is crucial that we come down and score. I don't care if it's a field goal, some way. You got to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, and after that's just going to breed confidence throughout the sideline.
That's right. Well, the score is 14-0. Snyder on top of the half, and in the background you hear the marching Cats under the direction of Bonnie Anderson. And you talk about us being rusty at the beginning of the broadcast. I was, getting my tongue tied and all kinds of bad things happening in the broadcast, but we got it under control. I even said basketball one time instead of football, but the marching Cats are in mid-season form.
Oh, yeah, they're out there.
They sound great.
They have 2-a-days themselves, so, they're getting ready for competitions and stuff like that, so I'm sure that they're going to be, back to their old ways here shortly in competition.
Absolutely, and of course you've been doing the broadcasts with me for a long time now, and this is the first year that you've officially become a coach at Littlefield High School, and I didn't even know if you were going to be able to do the games with us this year, but you were somehow, some way able to
kind of wing it,
throw some weight around up there.
I wouldn't say no weight. It just kind of falls.
Here's what I'm guessing happened. You probably said, "Hey, Cody needs me more than y'all do."
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know if anybody could argue with that.
I know the program. I know we're trying to get the program going in the right direction, but I got to keep the broadcast going.
Yeah.
But no,
the show must go on. But all joking aside, you're now a coach at Littlefield High School. On the girls' side, you're coaching volleyball, girls basketball, and softball. So give us an update on the volleyball team.
We're doing good things. Obviously, we're building. Coach Kozart is doing great things. Obviously, I'm the second assistant. Obviously, I don't know much about volleyball, but I'm learning every day with her help, and also Coach Henson, and even the junior high coaches. Coach Rutledge and Coach Denley definitely helping me out, and we're getting better, and we're doing it. Our motto this year is piece by piece, and that's exactly what we're doing. We kind of, we had bright matches where we feel like we're going to compete, and then we had some low moments, but I think we're going to be all right, and we're getting ready for district starting, I believe, like the 22nd or 21st, somewhere around there. But it's been a blur. I mean, I've been going nonstop since August 1st, and it seems like next week we kind of have a little bit of layoff due to the fact that with Labor Day, and we don't really have no games that week, so it's kind of nice to kind of have a break next week. But I think we're going to do some great things and definitely come out. Majority of our district games will be on Saturdays, so there's really no reason not to come out. I mean, more often than not, people are off, but they will be early. About 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Come out, get you a burrito or something, and I'm sure the concession stand will have some stuff for you, and just come out and support.
So, do the Lady Cats, are y'all in a tournament this weekend?
Just the JV2.
Okay.
JV2
tomorrow?
Yeah, I have to go coach, and then obviously varsity's playing Olton, and then 7th and 8th grade A teams are playing in Freona with me with the JV2 team. So, after this, I'll be in Freona all day tomorrow.
Hey.
Hey,
there's worse places to be than Friona, Texas.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been those places. Trust me. Trust me. I know exactly what you mean.
Well, we want to send all the best to the Littlefield Lady Cats, all three teams, the varsity and then the two sub-varsity teams, and, of course, all the coaches, which now includes Keith Logan. And we appreciate you doing this, even though you got a real job.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey guys, it's Margot Rios, the Spanish-speaking sales associate here at John Rowley Auto Center in Littlefield, home of the Wildcats. Come out and check out our great selection of new Chevrolet vehicles. Find a new road, car, truck, and SUV. For the best prices around, come see me today and save on Highway 84. I want to wish the Wildcats the best of luck this season. Go Wildcats. Si habla español.
Save more on 84 with John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Visit www.johnrowley.com.
It's all about you.
This is Jessica Longoria at AIM Bank. In life, we're always looking for time savers. These things allow us to spend more time doing the fun things in life. At AIM Bank, we offer mobile banking, which is available on iPhone and Android. You can deposit checks with your phone, pay your bills with your phone, review your account activity and balances, transfer funds, and even locate one of our branches or ATMs. We look for ways to save you time and money. It's aimbankonline.com.
Member FDIC. The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art. Our science, FiberMax. The Lamb County Electric Cooperative was established in 1938 for the purpose of making life better for our community, and today they continue to strive for that purpose. LCEC is committed to providing safe, reliable electric service at the lowest practical cost. The Lamb County Electric Co-op is proud of its well-trained, quality workforce that meets the changing needs of its membership, proudly serving you and all of the communities in our coverage area. The Lamb County Electric Co-op, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Hey Wildcat fans, this is David McGehee with Lance Insurance Agency. Let's kick the year off right with a free insurance review from Lance Insurance. We offer home, life, and auto insurance as well as multi-peril crop insurance. Lance Insurance Agency, located at 2433 South Farwell Avenue here in Littlefield or on Highway 84 in Sudan. Give us a call today, 385-1693. Good luck, Wildcats.
You know that I see.
Hospice is not a place, but a service. Hospice care focuses on the patient and the patient's family. Hospice care is comfort care. People who receive hospice care have been diagnosed with a terminal illness. There is no out-of-pocket cost for the patient. If you or a family member is in need of or has questions about hospice care, call Legacy of Love Hospice in Littlefield at 806-385-9329. Again, that's 806-385-9329. Legacy of Love Hospice, providing the best quality of life when faced with serious illness.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats varsity football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West here at Wildcat Stadium, where the Wildcats trail this game by a score of 14-0 to the visiting Snyder Tigers in the very first football game of the season, as the Littlefield Wildcats are going to try to get things going in here in the second half of play with obviously an opening half kickoff. If you were listening to the first half, Littlefield did win the toss and deferred to the second half, so we will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half of play as both teams are still in the field house. Tigers are coming out. They're going to warm up a little bit Littlefield is yet to be seen. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back to take a look at some scores from around the area right after this.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center in LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
This is Robert Dillard, Superintendent of the Littlefield Independent School District. I join our board, administrators, faculty, and staff in proudly supporting each of our students in every activity. Everyone at the school district is very proud of our students, and we wish them continued success on the field and in the classroom. Here at LISD, we are committed to excellence, and our mission is to provide a quality education through shared responsibility in a safe, supportive environment where all students are prepared to meet the challenges of a global society. Go Wildcats!
Attention commercial motor carriers in West Texas. Are you frustrated and confused by ever-changing DOT regulations? If so, call David McIntyre at McIntyre DOT Safety Consultants. They provide help with mock audits, new business setup, safety audits, compliance review, vehicle inspections, post-crash investigations, driver training services, and much more. Having retired with over 25 years with the Texas DPS, McIntyre DOT Safety Consultants can help you be safer and DOT compliant, which means less enforcement, less downtime, and more profit for your company. Call 325-234-1714 today.
Welcome back into Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. We are at halftime where the Wildcats trail this game by a score of 14-0. Let's take a look at some scores from around the areas. Of course, Texas high school football opens up today. Actually, it opened last night across the state, but most everybody is playing tonight across the state of Texas. Here are some scores from games of interest. The Bushland Falcons, who are now in our district, lead Childress, who is state-ranked, 24-18 in the third quarter. Bushland is the real deal. They went 4 rounds deep in 4A last year.
Yeah, so that just means they're going to do some damage in 3A.
Yes, sir. Another team from our district, Shallow-Water Mustangs, lead Idalou by a score of 14-0 in the third quarter. Muleshoe trails Dalhart 17-7 at halftime. Do you have any scores?
Nope.
Plainview is trailing Levelland 24-0 in the third quarter. As the scores are rolling in here, Freona leads Farwell 20-13. And by the way, I've got to give a plug to our other broadcasts here at West 11 Sports. You can hear Freona High School, Muleshoe High School, and Spring Lake Earth High School, in addition to the Wildcats. So here at West11sports.com, of course, if you're listening to us, you've already seen the schools that we have covered. But maybe if you're listening on Facebook Live, you don't know. But if you go to West11sports.com, you can listen to the Muleshoe game, the Freona game, and also the Spring Lake Earth game. So we're excited about that. Muleshoe is a new addition to the West 11 Sports family. The Muleshoe Sports Network is now under the West 11 umbrella.
Hello.
I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't
I know it was cheesy, but I had to do it.
The Wolverines of Spring Lake Earth lead Smyer 14-6 at the half. Sudan over Olton 13-7 at the half.
That's a good one.
That's a Lamb County rivalry right there. So here we go. Littlefield trails this game 14-0. Our kick return team is out on the field to start the second half of play.
Guess what?
What's that?
We still got the courthouse, though.
Don't be bringing that kind of stuff up.
I know that was a sore subject for some people years ago. I mean, I wasn't here then. I just thought it was funny to say.
Snyder will be kicking off from the north 40, from left to right as we sit in the home press box. Here's the snap, or rather the kick, and it's high end over end, comes down to the 5. Oh, it's fielded to the 7. Tim Mendoza on the return to the 10, 15, 20, and brought down at about the 22-yard line. A decent return. When he first got that thing, I thought, oh, no.
Trouble.
Yeah, they were closing in, but a good return. Running hard was Tim Mendoza.
And right here, this is a crucial drive right here. To start off the second half, Littlefield has to find a way to get some points on the scoreboard.
We'll have the ball 1st and 10 at our own 22-yard line. Just underway here in the second half of play. 11:53 left. in the third quarter. Blake Green under center for the Wildcats as they come to the line of scrimmage. Colton Campbell wide left. Kevin Zapata the slot back on the left. Chris Brown tight end on the right. Here's the snap they give to Rios up the middle, the tailback. He's got room, and he's off to the races, to the 40, to the 50, into Snyder territory. They catch him from behind, but that is by far the biggest play of the night for the Wildcats.
And just like that, Littlefield's already in Snyder's territory.
Great execution, good blocking up front. Rios hit the hole, and he was gone.
Yeah, and that's just a great play calling right there by Littlefield.
They're going to spot it at the 41. Isaiah Rios will come off of the field as Robert Ross goes in now at tailback. Green under center, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. There's a sneak, quarterback sneak up the middle. Green to the 35, and he pushes forward to about the 33, the 34 according to the spot.
In years past, that's kind of been just a kind of a field thing with the center and the quarterback, and I imagine that's still the case.
Yeah, when he comes to the line of scrimmage of the defense, if he feels like he can execute that play, he just takes it, regardless of what the play call is in the huddle. 2nd down and about 3. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Ross coming to the near side. He's wrapped up by 3 white jerseys, and he's going to lose a bunch of yards. Back to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7. Robert Ross just didn't have anywhere to go. He'll come off of the field as Rios goes back in. Big 3rd down play here for the Littlefield Wildcats. First possession of the second half. Snyder leads the game 14-0. Littlefield is on the move. 3rd and 7. Blake Green under center. Here's the snap and a whistle on the play action. And a timeout taken by the Wildcats before the snap. So Littlefield will use their first timeout here early in the second half of play. We're going to take a break with them, and we'll be back right after this.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield is your one-stop shop for better health and is now giving back to their customers with a new loyalty program. Members earn points to receive exclusive offers and rewards, including discounts on gift shop items and over-the-counter products. Call or come by to sign up. Be sure and like the Prescription Shop and Gifts on Facebook. Download the free app and visit prescriptionshoptx.com. The Prescription Shop and Gifts in Littlefield. Call 385-4491 or stop by today.
Over 100 years and still going strong, Wellington State Bank is your hometown community bank. Wellington State Bank offers personal, dedicated service on deposit accounts, farm and equipment loans, and other financial needs. Wellington State Bank proudly serves the Littlefield area and always supports the Wildcats. Visit any of our 10 locations or on the web at wellingtonsb.com. Wellington State Bank of Littlefield, your partners in progress. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back in. Here we go. Big 3rd down for the Wildcats after the timeout. Here's the snap. Green hands it off on the reverse. Coming to the near side. Kevin Zapata has the first down to the 30 and out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Nice play there by the Wildcats. Zapata had to hustle to get to the outside. So that'll move the sticks, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Littlefield Wildcats. On the first possession of the second half, Littlefield's on the move. Blake Green comes under center. Rios is the tailback. Here's the snap. Quarterback sneak. Green has some room. He's to the 10, to the 5. Blake into the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow. That's been Littlefield's big plays right there. The crucial moments of the game. Quarterback sneak is obviously Blake Green is reading it perfectly and able to pick up positive yardage and was able to get skate into the end zone.
That was a 28-yard touchdown run up the middle on the quarterback sneak by Blake Green. And the Wildcats are within, we're going to go for 2. In any case, we're within 8. Oh, they're digging for something in the equipment bag. Oh, we don't have a tee. We're going to try to kick it. Here we go. Here comes the tee. And now Coach Green says, never mind, guys. We're going to go ahead and just go for 2.
Slow down.
Oh, wait. Nope. Now a flag.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. It was too late.
And that's just one of those things where you forget about it. I mean,
first game of the season. There was about 3 assistant coaches just throwing stuff like crazy out of a box. And they get to the bottom of the box and somebody comes out with a tee.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that, you have to charge it up to just.
But it doesn't change it doesn't change the play call. We're still going to try to kick it. Play clock is down to 15 seconds. Melvin Johnson will be the kicker. Green is the holder. Here's the snap. Hold is down. The kick is up. And it is through the uprights. It is 14-7. The Wildcats are within 7 of the Snyder Tigers early in the second half of play. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Hey guys, it's Margot Rios, the Spanish-speaking sales associate here at John Rowley Auto Center in Littlefield, home of the Wildcats. Come out and check out our great selection of new Chevrolet vehicles. Find a new road, car, truck, and SUV. For the best prices around, come see me today and save on Highway 84. I want to wish the Wildcats the best of luck this season. Go Wildcats. Si habla español.
Save more on 84 with John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Visit www.johnrowley.com.
It's all about you.
We at AIM Bank can meet your real estate, commercial, and other lending needs in a way that gives you the genuine hometown banking you expect and deserve. We offer everything from home mortgages to real estate investment loans. Come on in and let us serve your needs.
Serving you with 2 locations in Littlefield. It's AIM Bank, member FDIC.
It's all about
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the kickoff after the Wildcats touchdown by Johnson. There's a flag on the return, but number 2 is still on his feet.
He's dancing.
Yep. He gets it up to the 40-yard line, and we'll see if it stands. But he was dancing all around, and I think there was a hold or a block in the back or something. Sometimes it's hard to play right when your guy's just running all over the place like that.
You don't know where to block.
Yep. So let's see what the call is from the ref. It's going to be an illegal block. Yep, block in the back against Snyder. So that return will come back. If the Littlefield defense can come up with a stop here, man, I'm going to feel great about
life,
about the next possession. In any case, we're within 7. 14-7 is the score. And the official is stepping off the penalty. 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Snyder has the ball at their own 25. So here we go, the snap. Quarterback is going to keep it.
Still running.
Nope, he's going to hand it off rather on a sweep. They're going to carry it for about 9 yards on the far side. Number 33, the quarterback, Logan Green. That was a handoff to number 22, Greg Williams. So it brings up, well, we're going to say he went out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. So it brings up second down and about 2. Here's the snap. They hand it off, coming to the near side. Kevin Zapata's there. Brings him down for a huge loss.
Great job right there by the cornerback, Kevin Zapata, coming up big and dropping the quarterback for a loss.
Well, the receiver was blocking him, and he did a great job of shucking that blocker and then, just making a beeline for the ball carrier. And then that was that big guy. And Kevin gave up a lot of pounds and height.
Low man wins.
But makes the play. It's a loss of yardage, brings up 3rd down and 6. Here's the snap on the zone read. Number 22 on the far side takes the handoff. Oh, he's got the sideline. It's to the 50 and out of bounds. And that was good execution by the Tigers. They just pretty much sealed off that edge. Number 22 gets to the outside. It'll be first and what in the world? No. They got the ball at the Littlefield 45. Ain't no way. He didn't cross the 50.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, there we go. The official picks it up. That's going to go put it where it's supposed to be.
Little miscommunication on that one right there. That's about 6 yards off.
So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 47. Quarterback in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Fires. Has a man open. Caught at the 40. Zapata's there trying to wrestle him down. Finally gets him down at the Littlefield 36-yard line. Tim Mendoza's going to come out of the game on 1 foot. So they're going to put in at safety in his place is number 37, Colton Campbell. So here we go, the snap. Handoff on the sweep, far side. Number 22 cuts it up. Powers his way forward for another first down. At the 26, 24. It's an 11-yard gain. 14-7 is the score here. Snyder on top here in the third quarter. But they're on the move. Tigers get the play from the sideline, no huddle. Shotgun. Here's the snap. Quarterback keep up the middle one. I call it a zone read. He just leaves it in the belly of the running back, and he's got the option to hand it off or keep it. He just kind of rides it out for a little bit, tries to read the defense, and then he'll either pull it out and run or just let the handoff go. And it's all on the quarterback. It's his decision.
And he's reading the defensive end. If he collapse down on the running back, then he's going to take it from the running back and try to exploit him to the outside.
And now we've got a flag before the snap. It'll be an illegal procedure call against the Tigers. It was 2nd down and 9 before the penalty. They're going to talk it over, the officiating crew. The referee will go to the far side to talk to that official and see exactly what the call was.
We had a false snap.
False. What's a false snap?
Replay that.
False snap by the center. He probably moved his head or his hand. 5-yard penalty. Brings up 2nd down and about 15. Ball is at the Littlefield 28-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback fakes the handoff, drops back looking to throw, fires to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Our man on the far side was beat by about 2 steps and just couldn't close the gap.
And just like that, Snyder's able to erase that touchdown the Littlefield was able to put up.
Yeah, that's a 28-yard touchdown pass. And the Tigers will come back out into the swinging gate. No, they're going to line up legit this time. 7:07. I hate that swinging gate.
Yeah, I don't understand it sometimes.
They're going to go for the extra point kick. 20-7 is the score. Tigers on top. 7:07 left here in the third quarter. Here's the snap. The hold is down. Kick is up.
Ooh.
And it's a line drive. Almost hit the official right in the face.
That's probably why they go to the swinging gate.
20-7 is the score. Snyder on top. Third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art. Our science, FiberMax.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. After the Snyder touchdown, they'll kick it off from the North 40, going from left to right. Here's the kick. High end over end kick is going to come down to the 5, and it's going to be returned. Kevin Zapata brings it out to the 10. He's got a little room to the 15, brought down there at about the 16-yard line. So Littlefield will set up at our own 16. And we need to go score. 6:59 left here in the third quarter of play, but down by two scores. It's 20-7. So the Wildcats offense will come back out onto the field. Littlefield scored on our last possession. Here come the Cats. Blake Green under center. I formation. Tight end is on the left is Chris Brown. Here's the snap. They give to Zapata on the sweep coming to the near side, and he might gain a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. There's really nowhere to go for Kevin Zapata. 2nd down. And one thing I've noticed, just overall team speed, Snyder has the big advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, they're flying to the football. You know, we had a big play. Rios busted one loose, and they were able to catch him, and they're just a faster team. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Rios up the middle, nowhere to go. I mean, they just blew us off the line of scrimmage there. They're going to say he loses 2 yards before his forward progress stopped. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 12. Littlefield needs a 1st down here. I think we're too deep in our own territory to go for it. That being said, I've seen Littlefield teams go for it plenty of times from this point on the field, but down 20-7, we need to move the chains right here. Green under center. We go in the ace right formation. Here's the snap. Rios wide right. Green looks to throw, and he's sacked, but he gets rid of the ball before he goes down. It will be ruled as an incomplete pass. So we go 3 and out. And on that possession right there, Snyder just dominated the line of scrimmage. And you have to wonder, with pretty much our offensive line is our defensive line, they're just starting to wear us down a little bit maybe. So here's the snap on the punt. Chris Brown, the punter, will kick it. Comes down to the 50-yard line, and the kid falls down. He loses the ball, and then he gets on top of it. Oh,
and you can't.
And then one of the Wildcat players comes in and spears him.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, it's not the NFL. He's already down by contact.
Yeah, that was Carson Hanlon who came in and just, with the unnecessary hit, the punt returner made the catch, starts to return the ball. It slips out of his hands. Wasn't a forced fumble. It just slipped out, and it wasn't muffed. I mean, he was in control of the ball. Slips out. He falls on it. And then Carson Hanlon comes in and gave him the business. So let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Late hit.
Yeah, it's going to be a late hit on number 82 of the Wildcats. So that'll put the ball all the way to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Littlefield 29. 20-7 is the score here. Snyder on top. Snyder comes to the line of scrimmage. Littlefield defense gets set. Shotgun. Here's the snap. They hand it off on the sweep. No, it's a keep up the middle. He's got room, and this is a different quarterback. He's down to the 15-yard line, had the 1st down plus 5. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Tigers. (20-7) the score here in the 3rd quarter of play. They quickly come to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun, here's the snap. Same play, quarterback keep up the middle. He takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown run, but a flag on the field. And it looks like that'll be coming back.
Holding, number 53, Snyder. Replay.
Yep, it's a hold on the offense.
Bring it back.
I like that official's mic.
It's strong.
Not every place we go has those things, but and not every referee is very informative, but we've had some over the years. If you remember, they give you a lot of detail.
Yeah, like he chop blocked him with his right foot, therefore
yeah,
that's illegal. We're going to move him back 15 yards plus 2 with a remainder of 1.
Yeah.
First down.
There's some of them that like that microphone.
They enjoy it at the moment.
So they're going to pull the touchdown off the board, and they're going to spot the ball back around the 24-yard line. Here's the snap. They carry it over the right side. They'll power forward to about the 22-yard line. A gang of Wildcats making the tackle.
And it looks like Littlefield is suffering multiple.
Yep, we stripped it.
Wow.
It's going to be a turnover.
Oh, Kevin Zapata's slow to come off the field.
Littlefield football.
Look like Littlefield. Everybody on the sideline has cramps.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Man.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, Wildcats coming the other way. And again, the turnover battle is 3-0 in favor of the Wildcats. But now there's going to be a discussion amongst the officials. You're right. I mean, Littlefield just cramping up on the side. So here we go. Another turnover by Snyder keeps Littlefield in the game. 1st and 10, Wildcats coming the other way at our own 23-yard line. Here's the snap. Green on the sneak. Carries it up the middle to the 30, 35. He's got about 12 yards on the quarterback sneak up the middle.
I think, Blake is the leading rusher of the game.
Oh, yeah. 20-7 is our score here. Snyder leads this game with 4:23 left in the third quarter, but Littlefield just got a fumble. We've got to go score.
Yeah, and Littlefield's trainers right now has cups and cups of pickle juice coming to the players.
So here we go. High formation, slot back on the right. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Rios across the 40 to about the 42, and that's going to be a 7-yard gain on first down for Isaiah Rios. And now we've got Robert Ross at slot back as Kevin Zapata's on the sideline cramping up. Robert Ross, who has been rotating time at tailback, now playing slot back. Tim Mendoza will bring the play in from the sideline. Here we go. Littlefield comes to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 3. Here's the snap. Green hands it off. Rios nowhere to go. That's going to be a loss of a yard. Back to the 41. Tight end on that play was number 82, Carson Hanlon. He'll come out as Chris Brown goes back in. Colton Campbell brings the play in from the sideline. Big 3rd down coming up here for the Wildcats. 3rd down at about 4 from the 41-yard line. Green takes the snap. It's a quarterback sneak up the middle. He's hammered by the linebacker. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, and he got 3. So that'll bring up 4th down and 1. 20-7. Snyder leads this game, but Littlefield is hanging around, and the main reason is we've won the turnover battle.
And we just got to find a way to come away with pick up this first down. Look like Little's going to go for it on 4th down and short. And, we have to find another way to get into the end zone.
4th and 1. Big 4th down here for the Wildcats. They come to the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap and a whistle. And it'll be a timeout taken by Coach Green. He's going to think it over.
Timeout.
4th and 1 coming up after the timeout. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield has been serving the communities of Littlefield, Amherst, Sudan, Spring Lake, Earth, Olton, and Spade for over 60 years. And they offer free daily delivery to those communities. They even have a new website, www.prescriptionshoptx.com, plus a mobile app for your phone or tablet. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Prescription Shop is here to answer all of your questions. If you haven't taken advantage of one of the many services of the Prescription Shop in Littlefield, call 385-4491 or stop by today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football. After the Littlefield timeout, it was 4th and 1. The slot back Robert Ross went early. It'll be a false start on the Wildcats, and that'll make it 4th and 6. And that changes Coach Green's decision to go for it, and we'll now punt.
Yeah, and it looked like we were going to, if Robert Ross was able to hold his water, looked like Littlefield had Snyder jump. They were going to pick up the first down just on a hard count.
Here's the snap. Brown punts it. Oh, and they're going to throw flags. They ran into him. It was a bad punt, but only because he had two guys
just sandwiched him.
Yeah, sandwiched him, trying to knock him to the ground. And the flags come out.
So just like that.
That'll give us new life.
It definitely helps Robert Ross's case. Like, hey.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, at least he kind of balances out a little bit. So
I saw Coach Green giving Robert Ross an earful.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. He deserved it. Now, don't get me wrong. But
somebody needs to go love on it.
But now, if nothing else, it's kind of like, okay, we got a new life.
So after the penalty, running into the kicker, or roughing the kicker, I think it's all the same now. They're going to step this off. Oh, it was only a 5-yard penalty, so they put it back where it was before the two offsetting penalties. The illegal procedure on us and then running into the kicker on them. So here we go, 4th down and 1 from the 44-yard line. We're back in business if we can get a yard here. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Green takes the snap, hands it off. Rios hit. Falls forward. He's not going to get it. He's going to be short. We couldn't get it. And the Tigers take over on downs. And we've got another Wildcat who's slow to get up. So Littlefield, fans were behind them, man. We had the home faithful making some noise.
Had them on,
trying to
get that Mo in our favor.
Yeah.
What'd I say one year? Mo Venom?
Yeah, I think you said Mo Venom.
I got my own language.
Was that what, momentum and motivation?
Yeah, I put them together. It's all coming back, but yeah.
Hey, 1 year ago tonight, we were in Pampa.
Ooh,
I just want to say thanks to Coach Green for not
putting them on the schedule.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because of the road trip, man.
That's crucial.
So here we go, 1st and 10 Tigers coming the other way. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Big boy's back in the game. This is Burns. He's got 10 yards plus some to about the 32-yard line. Tim Mendoza comes out. Kevin Zapata goes in on defense. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Littlefield 31.5-yard line. Quarterback number 33, Green. Running back is number 31, Burns. Here's the snap. They hand it off to Burns up the middle, breaking tackles. Wow. He powers his way to the 20-yard line. It's a 12-yard gain on 1st and 10.
We can't tackle them high. We got to go low.
Yeah, that guy's, a lot of times you see those powerful guys, they're short, low center of gravity, but he's a big, tall guy.
Yeah, 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he's just really strong. So here we go. Quarterback under center now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Takes the snap, dumps it off, pass is complete, carries it up to about the 10-yard line. So the Littlefield Wildcats defense needs to come up big here. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off, no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. Here's a snap. They hand it off. Burns up the middle, across the 10 to about the 7.
Look like he will pick up the first down. And with that, Snyder has it.
First and goal.
Yep.
For those of you listening on Facebook Live, I don't know what happened. We just lost our Facebook connection. Here we go. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Burns up the middle. He's to the 5. Hit hard. Yeah, that was a good collision right there. He gets down to the 4-yard line. And that'll do it for the third quarter. And I didn't see who that was that came in to make the hit. Looked like Gus McNabb. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, Snyder 20, Littlefield 7. We'll be back right after this.
This is Brandon Bowman at John Rowley's Auto Center here in Littlefield. We are proud to be celebrating our 29th year in business. If you're looking for a Buick vehicle, there's no reason to drive to Lubbock. Come see us right here on Highway 84 in Littlefield. We've got a great selection of new Buick vehicles in stock. We also carry all models of Chevy and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. So come see your hometown Buick dealership today at John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Come experience Buick.
Save more on 84 with John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Visit www.johnrowley.com.
It's all about you.
It is important that you succeed in your life, and it is important to put your trust in someone who understands the heart of our community. You are our neighbor, and you are our friend. With over 90 years of being in the community, we have the knowledge, the strength, and the stability you can count on. Come by and see why hometown banking is the best banking for you. This is Elsa Rendon with AIM Bank.
AIM Bank, member FDIC.
It's all about you.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the fourth quarter of play. Snyder has the ball, second down and goal to go from the 4-yard line. They lead the game by a score of 20-7. Here's the snap. They hand it off up the middle, and a great job by the Littlefield defense to bring them down for no gain on the play. And I'm trying to get the player that brought him down. That was a big-time sack. Not sack, but tackle for loss. Oh, that was number 75, Elijah Hernandez, making the tackle.
Great job right there. Was able to get some penetration and was able to drop the back before he was able to get ahead of steam going.
Third down, they hand it up the middle to Burns. Burns carries it to about the 2, and he can't get in, so it's going to bring up fourth down and goal to go for the Snyder Tigers. This is a big play for the Littlefield defense. 20-7 is the score. Snyder leads the game. We just started the fourth quarter. For those of you listening on Facebook Live, I don't know what happened to the last stream, but hopefully this one will stick. Here we go, fourth down and goal. Quarterback under center takes the snap. They give it to Burns, up the middle, touchdown. You give it to him enough, and sooner or later he's just going to get it in. That guy is a big, bruising running back.
He's just, leaning forward and was able to capitalize on and get another touchdown.
That makes it 26-7. Snyder on top with a point after to come. They're going to try to kick it again. Last time they tried an extra point kick, it was a line drive under the crossbar. So here we go. They're going to try the 1-point kick. Here's the snap. The hold is down. Kick is up, and this time it is good. And your score, with 10 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game, is Littlefield 7, Snyder 27. We'll be back right after this.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art, our science, FiberMax.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. Your score is 27-7. Snyder on top. They're going to kick off after their score from the South 40. Here's the kick. High kick out of the end zone. And that will be a touchback as it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Littlefield needs a score on this possession.
Yep, Littlefield only has one timeout remaining, so we got to use it. The clock is not our friend.
Yeah, we've got to get down and score in a hurry. We are in the fourth quarter of play, down by 20 points. That's 3 touchdowns. So the Wildcats will come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Our only score of the night was a 28-yard run by quarterback Blake Green, and Littlefield's going to have to use another timeout.
Just like that, Littlefield has no more timeouts remaining.
With a timeout taken, we'll take it with them. And we'll be back with more Littlefield football right after this.
I'm Dr. Cindy George, Chief of Staff at Lamb Healthcare Center in LHC Family Medicine. Here in Lamb County, we're proud of our way of life. Whether it's farming, sports, or our neighborhood hospital, we expect the best. That means cutting-edge technology and expert care. Top quality health care right here in our hometown. Lamb Healthcare Center and LHC Family Medicine. One team, one purpose, one passion. You.
The Prescription Shop and Gifts at 1506 South Sunset in Littlefield has been serving the communities of Littlefield, Amherst, Sudan, Spring Lake, Earth, Olton, and Spade for over 60 years. And they offer free daily delivery to those communities. They even have a new website, www.prescriptionshoptx.com, plus a mobile app for your phone or tablet. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Prescription Shop is here to answer all of your questions. If you haven't taken advantage of one of the many services of the Prescription Shop in Littlefield, call 385-4491 or stop by today.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. After the timeout, the Wildcats come onto the field and run a quarterback sneak on 1st and 10. Blake Green gains about a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down and 9. So the Wildcats in our own territory at the 26-yard line. Green moves under center, I formation. Robert Ross at tailback. They're going to give it to Zapata on the sweep, coming to the near side. And there's going to be flags everywhere as he is brought down at the 25-yard line, a loss of yardage.
Look like in the area of holding. Yep. And holding penalty is going to go against number 20, Robert Ross.
So they'll step this one back. 20-7 is our score. Littlefield trails this game in the fourth quarter. And we've got the ball now on our own 15-yard line. It's 3rd down and about right at 3rd and 20. So the Wildcats will come to the line of scrimmage. Blake Green under center. They're showing blitz. Here's the snap. They give it to Zapata. Nowhere to go. He's wrapped up in the backfield, and he's brought down for no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 20. As the clock continues to roll now, Littlefield desperately needs to move the ball. Down by 20 points. A correction. Yes, 20 points. It's 27-7. For those of you listening at home and around the world, I can't see the scoreboard, so sometimes I got to poke my head out the window just to see it. So here we go, 3rd down coming up for the Wildcats. Green under center takes the snap, rolls out, rolling to his right, looking to throw, has someone in his face. He was looking for Colton Campbell. It was high and incomplete.
Looked like that cornerback was there a little early, but no flag on that one.
Wildcats are going to have to punt once again. Chris Brown, the punter, will come onto the field. So the Wildcats are going to kick it away here. It'd be nice if this kid had just muffed this thing and let us fall on top of it.
We'll take anything at this time.
Here's the punt. It's a sidewinder. Comes down at about the 45. They're going to return it. 40, flags, 30. Still on his feet, 20, and brought down at about the 18-yard line. But again, there is a flag on the play.
Blocking the back. That's what I'm hoping for.
Luke Sierra made the tackle at the other end, but that was a big return. Yep, it's going to be an illegal block against the Tigers.
I called it.
Yep.
Not because I'm smart, it's just in the area where the flag was dropped.
A lot of times you can see where the flag's dropped and which official dropped it and make an educated guess.
Yeah.
If you've watched enough football in your life.
By no means am I educated, trust me.
So they're going to put this one all the way back to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Littlefield 46. 1st and 10, 27-7 is the score. Snyder on top here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback swings it out to the right. It's caught. And the swing pass, he's going to get it to the sideline, up the sideline to the 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds.
Just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 9-yard gain on the pass and catch. 8:43 left in the game. Littlefield down by 20. Shotgun for the Tigers. Green is the quarterback. Here's the snap. He drops back looking to throw. Fires out in the flat. Caught by big boy Burns. He's going to turn on the burners and gets to the 25-yard line. Brought down inbounds, so the clock will continue to roll. Gus McNabb and company in there on the tackle.
The clock will stop due to
they moved
first
the
down.
sticks.
Yep, but 8 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in this game.
Ethan Martinez was in there on the tackle as well. Now playing linebacker Martinez. Here's the snap for Snyder. He bobbles the snap. Quarterback stands up, throws. It is incomplete. Hit the receiver right in the hands. He was up, had to go up high to make the catch. And Colton Campbell laid the wood to him. And it falls incomplete. So that brings up 2nd down and 10, but it stops the clock here with stops the clock with the incompletion with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. So here we go. Quarterback takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw, rolls to his right. He's got pressure. Littlefield giving chase. He's going to dump it off. Complete at the 20, down to the 10. Upended there. It'll be a first down for the Tigers, and it might be 1st and goal depending on the spot.
Yeah, and that's just the quarterback making something happen because he should have been dropped for a loss, but a big kid out there running and was able to elude the tackler and was able to throw it down the field and pick up the first down.
1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line for Snyder. Quarterback in the shotgun. Here's the snap. It's low at his feet. Picks it up. He's got pressure. Throws to the end zone. Intercepted. Another interception, and that is the 4th turnover of the game created by the Wildcats defense.
And that's Gus's 2nd pick.
Gus McNabb with his 2nd interception. It was tipped, and he goes out and gets it. So it's the Littlefield. What? A penalty.
It must have been
after the interception, so our offense is coming out. Okay, so it was a penalty on Snyder. Coach Green declines the penalty, and we'll take the interception.
That's pretty much an easy decision.
Yeah, it comes out to the 20-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats at our own 20-yard line. And that is the 4th turnover of the game created by our defense. And I say created by our defense because we created it. It's not like, none of them have really been one of those turnovers that just kind of falls in your lap. I mean, we've been making it happen. So here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun, rather under center. Movement on the line, and flags fly. And Blake Green is off to the races.
He's about to get ready for track.
After the whistle. It's going to be offsides on Snyder. It'll be 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Hey, better safe than sorry.
Hey, if they don't, if it's a free play, run it out.
So y'all are going to have to come get me.
Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. If not, I'm finna score.
27-7 is our score here. Littlefield trails this game, but you got to finish strong. We're in the fourth quarter. Let's go down and score. Here we go. Green under center takes the snap. They give it to the slot back on the sweep, coming to the near side. Zapata to the 30. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 34, and that'll be a first down for the Wildcats.
And a good job right there by Zapata going out of bounds, because obviously if he stays in bounds, the clock keeps rolling. So smart heads-up play right there by the senior.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Littlefield at our own 34-yard line. Littlefield moving from north to south here at Wildcat Stadium. First game of the 2018 season. Blake Green under center, I formation. Robert Ross is the tailback. Here's a bootleg. They got him by the jersey, and they sling Green down to the ground. It's a loss of about 4. Yep, it'll go all the way back to about the 31. But we'll call it a loss of 3 as Green had a little running room on the far side on the bootleg. They just caught him by the jersey and slung him down by his shirt tail. So here we go. 2nd down and about 13. Here's the snap. They give to Zapata on the sweep, coming to the near side. He's to the 35 and brought down at about the 37. He'll gain 5 yards on the play. Maybe 6. So a big 3rd down coming up here for the Littlefield offense. 27-7 is our score. Snyder on top. 2018 season opener. Wildcats come to the line of scrimmage. Chris Brown is a tight end on the right side. Here's the snap. They give to Rios up the middle, nowhere to go. He loses 2 yards. Back to the 35, and it'll be 4th down and about 9. So we've got to make something happen here, and we're going to punt.
With 5 minutes and 45 seconds and counting left in this ball game.
27-7, Snyder on top. The punt return man for Snyder is standing at about the 36-yard line. Here's the snap. Punt lands at about the 42 and rolls out of bounds. So it'll be Snyder's football at their own 38. The Littlefield defense comes back out onto the field. And I say that like it's a different squad. It's pretty much the same kids.
Just like stay out there and 1 or 2 players come in and out.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising that, some of these kids would come up with cramps and stuff due to the fact that you haven't played a full 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, it's warm.
Some of them just haven't come off the field. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Tigers rather. Littlefield defense out there. Quarterback under center. It's a different quarterback here. I formation. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off over the right side, and Littlefield plays it perfectly. And this is actually the 3rd quarterback they've used tonight. The main guy is number 33, Logan Green, but we've also seen
number 3.
Was it number? Yeah, number 3 in the game at quarterback. That's Jake Chop. Or correction. There's not a number 3 on the roster.
Oh, maybe
this kid's number is 7, Corey Landon. But I think there was like maybe 2
or 3, one of them.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the 3rd quarterback they've used. I formation, 2 receivers. It's a traditional I formation look right here. There's the snap. They hand it off. Coming around the right side. Gus McNabb, the cornerback, is there. Robert Ross comes over to help. And that's going to be no gain on the play. I said Robert Ross. It's not. I thought it was number 20. It was number 70 in there, Adam Armstrong. Armstrong and McNabb on the tackle. So 3rd down and about 12 for the Tigers. Littlefield, when they line up in this I formation, we can defend that.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Number 7 still in at quarterback. He's going to move into the shotgun this time. Here's the snap. They hand it off on the sweep, going to the far side. Number 22 on the carry. He's going to get to the sideline. Flags come out, and he is hammered as he goes out of bounds at the 42. I think that was Chris Brown on the tackle. It's going to be a penalty on the Tigers. 27-7 is the score with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the game. Littlefield down by 20 points. So after the penalty, they'll spot the ball at the 27-yard line. So Snyder will have it at their own 27 on third down. Scoreboard says 12, but it's not 12.
No.
Yezel down there running the scoreboard.
We just let anybody do it.
He needs a calculator. Here's a throw over the middle, incomplete on third down. Good job. Colton Campbell and Luke Sierra breaking it up. That kid fired a bullet, but it was defended well.
It was a laser.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and Snyder, I believe this is going to be their first punt of the game. They normally just throw an interception
yeah, on
to end a drive.
But hopefully, Littlefield was able to do something on this punt.
Kevin Zapata, the return man, standing at about the 37-yard line of Littlefield. It's going to go over his head. Oh, it's going to take a roll all the way back to the end zone, and they'll call it a touchback. And fortunately, that thing landed just right.
Yeah.
Sent it to the end zone.
That could have been trouble.
Yeah. That would have had us pinned deep. But it rolls out the back of the end zone, thank goodness. So the Littlefield offense comes back out onto the field. That was a good defensive stand. Of course, Snyder kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple of times on penalties, but our defense played well. And honestly, our defense has
stood up.
Yeah, I mean honestly, they've started the season on a positive note. 4-0 in the turnover battle. And we've created 4 turnovers. We've stopped them multiple times. Just our offense has had trouble getting going. 1st and 10, Littlefield at our own 20-yard line. Green under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff on the play action, looks to throw, trying to get it to Chris Brown, and he throws it out of bounds. And I believe that's the first time or the second time we've targeted Chris Brown tonight. We tried it early in the game, and it was overthrown, and that's only the second pass we've thrown to the tight end. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. It does stop the clock on the incomplete pass. Green under center. Here's the snap. Quarterback sneak. He's going to carry it up to about the 25. It'll be a gain of 5 on 2nd down. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And yeah, I don't have stats in front of me, but Blake is going to be our leading rusher by far.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of another coach's kid. Back when old Tracy Huseman was playing quarterback, that guy was our leading rusher many times.
However, whatever gives us a W, we'll take it. Whoever wants to be the leading rusher, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, stats don't matter. Tracy and his brother Colby now coaching over at Crosbyton. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Zapata on the sweep, coming to the near side. Oh, got a face mask, but no flags. And they're going to wrestle him out of bounds at about the 32. I can't believe they didn't throw the flag.
I mean, I saw it, and
the kid grabbed it and let it go. That doesn't matter if you let it go as soon as you grab it. The bottom line is you grabbed it.
You touched it. Basically, as soon as you touch it, that's 15 of them. We'll take it.
The Wildcats do get the first down on the run by Kevin Zapata. So Littlefield comes to the line of scrimmage. Green under center. Here's the snap. And he's going to break loose. On the sneak, Blake Green. He's to the 40, the 30, to the 20. He's headed to the corner, and they catch him at the 10. And a huge run by the quarterback, Blake Green, on the keeper.
I mean, the keeper's been our go-to play.
Yeah,
it's almost a trick play, but it's not a trick play.
Right.
It's just one of those things you just kind of keep him. You catch him slipping, and you're able to gash him.
I think Blake's gotten a little bit faster from last year to this year. So here we go. First down and goal to go for the Wildcats. Ball's at the 7-yard line. Here's the snap. They hand it off. Ross over the right side across the 5 down to about the 4. Positive yardage there on first and goal, and it'll be second down and goal from the 4. Sure would like to punch this one in. 27-7 is the score. Snyder on top. A minute and a half to go in the game. We're not going to win the game, but sure would like to score here before.
Go out on the positive.
Yep. Finish strong. So here we go. Green under center. I formation. Here's the snap. Hands it off. Ross over the right side. He's got the corner. Into the end zone. Touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run for Robert Ross.
And that's Robert Ross's first touchdown on varsity. So kind of a little bit of a milestone.
That makes the score 27-13. Littlefield down with 1:09 left in the game. Johnson will come on to try the extra point. Luke Sierra will hold. I think I said earlier Blake Green was holding on the PAT, but it's Sierra. Hold is down, but the kick is off the mark. It is no good. With 1:09 left in the football game, your score, Littlefield 13, Snyder 27. We'll be back right after this.
This is Brandon Bowman at John Rowley's Auto Center here in Littlefield. We are proud to be celebrating our 29th year in business. If you're looking for a Buick vehicle, there's no reason to drive to Lubbock. Come see us right here on Highway 84 in Littlefield. We've got a great selection of new Buick vehicles in stock. We also carry all models of Chevy and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. So come see your hometown Buick dealership today at John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Come experience Buick.
Save more on 84 with John Rowley's Auto Center in Littlefield. Visit www.johnrowley.com.
It's all about you.
The hardworking farmers and ranchers are important to Aim Bank. We know what you do makes a difference in our lives. It's an honor to serve you. I'm Pat Damel, and I would like to invite you to stop by for a visit. We strive to serve you and our community. Together, we have a rich heritage of investing in agriculture. We're local, and we're here for you.
Member FDIC.
It's all about you.
Welcome back in to Littlefield Wildcats football here
Why not?
at West 11 Sports. Who are you yelling at?
I said we should onside kick it. I was like, why not?
Yeah, right.
What else?
So here we go. Littlefield to kick it off after the touchdown. Here's the kick. It's high end over end, but short. Comes down to the 30, and a fair catch made there at the 30-yard line, or the 31. 27-13 is our score with 1:09 left in the football game. Snyder on top. Tigers have the ball. Unless something crazy happens, the Wildcats probably aren't going to win this game, but I think you can take away some victories, especially on the defensive side tonight.
Oh, yeah, by far. Obviously, we came up with 4 turnovers, just wasn't able to capitalize on those turnovers. But, the offense has struggled. I think that, from my understanding, they struggled in the scrimmage too. So they're just trying to work out the kinks and get ready for district. That's when it truly matters.
And Snyder lines up in the victory formation. They'll take a knee, and I believe we're out of timeouts. We can't stop it. And your final score is going to end up being 27-13. Tigers on top. Under a minute to go. They'll have to take probably one more snap. They start the play clock. So you didn't come away with a win in the first game of the season against a bigger classification team, a talented team. They've got some players, no doubt. But You know, you're never happy with a loss, I don't think. But we've got something to build on here. No doubt. We've got to get kids healthy, though. We had some kids cramping up, and, of course, some kids that didn't even suit up tonight because of injury. The Wildcats are going to go down in defeat tonight by a final score of 27-13. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for your post-game wrap-up right after these words.
The Brown family of Brown Flying Service in Littlefield proudly supports the Littlefield Wildcats and sends them all the best in tonight's game. Brown Flying Service provides agricultural aerial application services to crop producers across the South Plains. They offer a comprehensive array of products and services for your agriculture operation. Based at the Littlefield Taylor Brown Municipal Airport, it's Brown Flying Service, supporting the Wildcats this season. The Wildcats have the skills to take Littlefield football to the next level. It's in their genes, just like FiberMax cotton growers, who inherited the determination, resilience, and instincts to turn growing Texas cotton into an art. And to that art, FiberMax cottonseed brings the science. Each season, the skills of our Wildcats make their parents proud. And with your cotton growing skills and our science, you can grow the kind of cotton that would make your parents proud too. Your art, our science, FiberMax.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Littlefield Wildcats football here at West 11 Sports. I'm Cody West along with Keith Logan. The Wildcats go down in defeat tonight by a final score of 27-13 to the Snyder Tigers. And, Keith, overall, over the course of the game, saw some bright spots offensively, more on defense. Of course, we created 4 turnovers, but 3 interceptions and a fumble. But if it wasn't for those turnovers, this thing would have gotten nasty. But the defense kept us in the game with turnovers.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with just being in the right place at the right time. And we got a few breaks, but we just got to work on the offense. Obviously, we got to get the cramping situation taken care of, and obviously they need to go ahead and get some treatment tomorrow and kind of work out a soreness. And if nothing else, at least they know exactly what they have to do for the next the next 9 weeks, so to speak. How to take care of your bodies and stuff like that. And I just think that they just kind of wore on us. Obviously, we're having players going both ways. They're just going against a higher classification team. That's hard to do when you play both ways, going up against a higher classification. They just have more bodies, bigger bodies, and they just lean on you. You just kind of wear down.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of what happened tonight, and it contributed, no doubt, to the loss for the Wildcats. But you can't let this one, dictate what happens for the rest of the season. We've got to come out next week against a good Denver City team, a team that we've got a long history with. In spite of, I don't know if we've ever been in their district. Yeah. Seems like we always end up playing them, either in non-district or the playoffs or both. Yeah. 1 year we played them twice, but the thing is we're familiar with them, they're familiar with us. We played them last year, and it's a team that's in our district and the other sports.
Yeah, every other sport.
After the realignment, they're in our district in every sport except for football and and I guess volleyball. But the thing is I don't want to go so far as to call it a rivalry game, but we're familiar.
Yeah, by far. And didn't we play in Denver City last year also?
Yes.
And remember, there was a snake on the field.
Yeah, the coach ran out and grabbed it.
He picked it up. It was like, what's going on? The coach just picked it up, threw it underneath the bleachers, and kept going. So hopefully they got the snake problem handled down there in Denver City. But
I'll tell you this. I've been broadcasting sports. This is my 17th year to broadcast football. And I've seen a snake on the field twice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't the first time. I was like, oh, there's a snake on the field. No big deal. I've seen that before. Yeah. But a lot of people were like, what?
There's a snake on the field.
But the first time I saw it was in natural grass. Denver City has artificial turf, which is kind of weird. Yeah, What's a snake doing on artificial turf?
But I was like in the middle of the field, so it took some time to get there. Like
he was probably there when the game started, but nobody saw him.
We never were down, but needless to say, but like you said, we're getting a little ridiculous.
For those of you that may be listening to our broadcast for the first time ever, Keith and I get a little sidetracked in the postgame show.
Yeah. But
it's the first
one.
We talk about football if we want. Sometimes it's better to talk about snakes.
Yeah. But needless to say, we'll be in Denver City next week, and look to try to bounce back and get that first win of 2018.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think we've got a lot to build on here. We've got a good group of kids, and I think our kids played hard tonight. They played their hearts out. It's just like you said, I think they wore us down a little bit. Bigger, stronger, faster kids, more kids. Just kind of seemed like when you play those higher classification teams. And Snyder's got a good team, but I think we got a lot to work on. I think we've got a lot to build on, and I think that, we're going to win some games this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Denver City game, obviously.
Yes, sir. Want to remind everybody we have the West Texas Friday Night Scoreboard Show here at West11Sports.com. You can listen to the Scoreboard Show from 10 o'clock until midnight with live streaming audio here at West11Sports.com. Those guys will be recapping scores from all over West Texas, from the Panhandle down to the South Plains, Permian Basin, out to El Paso, the Big Country, Abilene area, and pretty much anything from I-35 west. Those guys wrap up scores from all over what I guess you could call West Texas, and they'll go till midnight. We want to encourage you to listen to that right here at West 11 Sports. Keith, anything else before we head out tonight?
If you're in Olton, go ahead and check out the varsity. They'll be playing in Olton, and if you happen to be in Freona, you can see some sub-varsity out there. But definitely come out and support the volleyball team every chance you get. Obviously, you got to support the girls too.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Keith, as always. We'll see you next week, 7:30 kickoff in Denver City. 1 week from tonight, we'll be there live right here at West 11 Sports. Until then, make it a great weekend, everyone.
This has been a presentation of West 11 Sports Media. Tonight's Wildcat